Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here with Skeptical and Lotus as we bring you the MSA Cup Group H day number 2. First up we have Equilibrium up against Hexcore in a best of 3 matchup. It's the first game for the evening. It's the early kickoff. So we're going to be waiting for the teams to get ready, everything to be set. And then from there we head off into the drafting phase.
Yeah, so what an evening. This is the final stages of the group stages. So super excited, bro. This is, we've got a cracker of an event of an evening, and what a way to finish it off.
Yeah. That is true. I wouldn't be really saying that we're taking a pause when it comes to Mobile Legends. We do have quite a few games, the IESF games that will be coming up very shortly. So we do have still a lot more Mobile Legends actions to come your way, as we will be expecting the lobby to start in any second now.
So last night's teams finally getting a chance to battle it out once again. I mean, we did see some good plays coming from both Hexcore and Equilibrium. I mean, everyone knows Equilibrium, but Hexcore, some of the plays they did, some of the drafts they made were extremely good. So I'm excited to see them play again tonight.
Yeah, especially with Super Shady, he's been doing very well for his team, and I'm hearing he's very active in the community. So, very curious to see how Shady is going to, draft up for the team in this round, and how he is going to play. If he's going to be playing in the marksman, or, we have seen him in different roles before as well.
If you cannot both.
True, but should we say Super Shady is kind of associated with marksman. I mean, he's the top gold laner in the entirety of South Africa. So I think most people, when people think about the gold lane, see also Shady's name on it.
Euphony of suffering.
As we do see Hexcore coming out with the Granger ban. Granger, we know Granger to be the man that packs deadly bullets with that Death Sonata. So I'm curious if EQ is going to go with their regular draft. Will we be seeing that Matilda ban coming in through?
Maybe, but it would also depend if Hexcore actually has the Matilda in their arsenal. But I like the fact that they banned Eamon, because Eamon is actually a pretty strong hero. And then they also banned the CC. CC is, someone once described her as anti-meta, especially anti on the XP lane, because she is such a strong hero and that continuous damage by the yo-yo.
Yeah, and I mean, especially when she's bringing in that curtain call as well. I mean, team fights, it comes... It just hits differently. I mean, if he's got his stacks on her yo-yos, I mean, pretty much it's high speed up and she shreds through, any tanky hero. So, GG with the final ban for the side of EQ in this first match in the Phase 1 drafting series.
Might be once again going with a very strong ban. They might be even saving respect bans for the later ones.
As we see that signature Matilda ban coming out from EQ. EQ not liking that hero, especially because that mobility that allows for the backline dives. Super Shady picking up Uranus.
I'm pretty sure that Waylander himself is extremely happy with that pick. Finally, he gets to see the Uranus once again in the draft. Fake 2.0 and Munga getting the next picks for the side of Hexcore. Will they maybe swap out, or will they make the decisions now?
Yeah, Hexcore picking up Lu Yi for the side of them. I mean, Lu Yi with that global ult, that diversion play. I mean, plus the yin yang combo that does and packs magic damage. So, yeah, we know Juju likes to play with the Lu Yi as well. So, I'm wondering, did Hexcore do their homework on EQ? And is this a pretty much taking it out of Juju's hands? As Vague 2.0 does pick up the carry.
Could be picking up a marksman so early. I wouldn't recommend it, but I think that carries also to counter the Uranus.
Oh, look, it could be. It could be, as Malice is currently showing us Roger. And Juju still this. Oh, Malice picking up YSS. Juju showing us Faza. We will see those. I'm wondering if Shady is going to be playing with the Uranus or if he's going to swap out.
Maybe. Just maybe. Sungjin can do it, picking up the Tigreal. That's actually a pretty nice combo with the Louis. The only problem right now with picking a Louis is that vision that your enemy has on you from where you are ulting.
Sand rises when I give the word.
Hexcore banning out the Khaleeds. Khalid is actually also pretty underrated in this current patch, but a lot of people are focusing more on the XP monsters, the Yuzong, the Ruby, etc. But Khalid also, even in the sustained patch, is also pretty strong, even not as strong as the others.
Let them play the hero. I will be the truth this world desperately needs.
Yuzong getting banned out from the side of Equilibrium. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm just looking at admin. Wait, can you just step in onto the general chat, please? As, well, Tiger with that implosion play. I mean, if you can get that set up onto the back line and have that beautiful follow-up coming in from your team, that would be pretty perfect.
I do agree with you there. And Moskov getting banned out. Moskov has a lot of mobility, almost on par with the Louis' mobility, just by using that ultimate. And Moskov's, once they get online, they do a lot of damage. So it's good that they want to ban that one out. And we all know Super Shady's Moskov is not something anyone wants to deal with.
Agreed. Look, I couldn't have said it any better than you, Lotus. I mean, that is so true. That is so true.
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
Joy getting banned out from the side of Equilibrium. I think they also banned the Moskov because Moskov has a lot more mobility than the Carry does. Carry is a pretty strong hero once she gets online, but her mobility is short and her attack range is also very short, so you have to play her extremely safely in the beginning, and if you have to deal with a Moskov in that beginning, that makes it a lot more difficult. So Lamunga, I think that's how you pronounce it. Going for the next pick, all they need right now is that jungler and XP lane, but switches out with D-Voice Alpha. Alpha also pretty strong right now in this current patch, and pairs nicely with the Tigreal and Louis, because Tigreal can engage and then Alpha can re-engage, which is a pretty decent set. Super Lights currently showing Leslie.
I mean, Leslie, she does do a lot of crit damage, and I mean, when it comes to the late game scaling, but it seems like EQ is going for an unconventional draft here.
Might be not. Superlight might also just be trolling us as he decides on which marksman he has to pick up for either himself or to swap with Shady.
Well, we would definitely see those swap outs coming in from Equilibrium side. Hexcore Just Lamunga that needs to pick up the final pick.
Showing us the Paquito. We got to see how strong the Paquito still is in that match with Same Dynasty, with the Paquito constantly camping and just taking everyone out using a lot of discipline and patience, but also putting high standards for the other Paquito players.
See value in me?
As Lamunga picks up the Fredrin for the side of Hexcore. So this does set the two teams. Viewers, who do you think is going to pick up this best of 3 series? Will it be EQ or will it be Hexcore? Put your votes in. Whose side of the draft are you favoring?
Which is actually a good question to ask you as well. Which side are you favoring, Mrs. Scarpskinkle?
I am definitely favoring EQ's draft here. Yes, I'm definitely favoring it. Well, I mean, you've got the Chow and Velocity. We know Velocity is, well, he's fast on the fingers when it comes to the roaming and his positioning, setting up plays for his team. And we do know that EQ does follow up.
That is true, but we can't throw out Hexcore's draft because I'm loving the draft right now, but they do have a somewhat late game composition, so they would really have to protect this carry because we all know how much focus Equilibrium sometimes put in the gold lane, so carry would have to play extremely safely and definitely have her team's backup when necessary. But if they have that, they can actually also stand a pretty good chance this match.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, I am going to hand you over to Waylander and Lotus as they will be doing the blow-by-blow in this first match.
So welcome everybody to the chat. Agitara, welcome to Spartan. Thank you for the support. So we're heading into this first game in this best of 3. Lotus, are you excited?
Very much so, but the pokes coming out onto this Louis so early again in the game. I mean, the way Juju MC and Velo TZ are just walking together and making sure to rotate together, that's kind of what you want to see in this combination.
Yeah. Exactly. You do like to see the mid lane duo sticking as a mid lane duo, but we're just following now. It's the litho. Quite an important thing to achieve. Nicely done here by Velocity as he secures that or allows his jungler to secure that particular objective and taking the litho. As we're watching the quick rotation, this is the thing from Afasa. Afasa is really good at making those quick rotations. Pressure being placed on Fake 2.0 as Carry has to reposition but has the heals to heal back up.
True, good rotations coming out from EQ, but Hexcore knows what they're playing against, and this Vague is making sure to keep an eye on the map and not get caught out.
Exactly. Look at the pressure being placed here onto Tiger. Has to flicker over the wall. He wants to go in, wants to try to get first blood. Forces back, it's going to be the engagement. But oh my goodness, Fasa is so low. She just needs one step of Razor's Wrath. Just doesn't let the follow-up is in there. The knocker coming free from Cho. Nice rotation there from Super Light as he makes the rotation across. There's more pressure being placed underneath as we can see what Yuzong does. 1 HP escape for Ballas there on that YSS. Oh, meanwhile, Louis does make the Cho pay. Oh, for the nail strike coming in! That's another kill. I'm so sorry, Lotus, for interrupting you there. The action, I thought it came to a pause, but there was no pause. There seems to be no pause in this life.
Especially not if EQ is playing versus Hexcore. I mean, the engagements, the poking, and right now Hexcore is doing a good job at not sacrificing too much. I mean, everyone knows it's Equilibrium. You have to at least make it past several minutes, survive past for as long as you can, even if you don't get the objectives early.
Yeah. Oh, there's gonna be the engagement here underneath the turret a little bit. Claude taking down Carry in a 1v1. The jungle invaders on. This is the power of the Uranus. He wants to go in. Oh, but the Spear of Alpha comes in as a follow-up. They're trying to CC him up. Razor's Wrath. Jackson done. damage as we're gonna see Cho trying to come in, gets a bit of knock up, try to save the Uranus, but nothing doing. Uranus was gone.
The hero Uranus is so tanky. I mean, did you see earlier when there was that engagement on the carry? It's literally tower dived, healed back up, and there's just no dying for a Uranus in the majority of the time.
Exactly. Uranus is like a... especially if you know that mechanic, that the push mechanic where you go in and out. But as we're watching now, right, we have the side VQ. They're going in for a full 4-man gang. They're trying to get the knock-up onto the turret. Everything's committed. It's going to be the blazing duets coming out from Claude. As Claude, super shady, melting down this turret here in the gold lane. Tiger trying to do something to save the amount of gold, but that gold gap is huge. It's about 4k, and we're heading into the 4th minute only.
Okay, that is actually a bit crazy, but we do see these poking here also on the top lane. It seems like Fredrin wants to help the Alpha, but you can't really kill a Uranus.
It's the Spear of Alpha coming out. They want to try to dish it out with the true damage. Look at that. Notice. Spear of Alpha CC'd up by the Fredrin, and he's full health once more. Look at the pressure being placed here in the gold lane. They're going onto the carry. Carry's getting no chance. There's a knock away of the dragon. Somehow the Fossa manages to survive, picks up a double kill in the process.
The survivability from the Farsa, because there's a few times that this Farsa almost died. Just almost. Overextending here and there, but still just surviving.
Yeah, continuation of the jungle invade. The Praise's Wrath comes out from Lamunga. I love saying that name, right? It may be my most favorite name of any player in the game right now. As he gets that Praise's Wrath, but doesn't manage to secure the objective. Oh, there's a feathered airstrike onto the Louis, knocked up by the Cho underneath the turret. As it's continuing, a lot of poke damage onto the Tiger. Tiger so low, he's gonna get taken down. Will we see? Oh my goodness, man is almost escaping, but the stun comes out from his ultimate. They turn around. It's gonna be another kill there by Claude onto carry, but they sort of kamikaze one another.
But kudos to Vega managing to take down super shady, and his Alpha would also be taking care of this top lane. Right now, Hexcore is actually doing a pretty good job, trying to defend and not sacrifice as much as possible despite Equilibrium's super aggression. They just maybe have to be willing to sacrifice turrets.
Yeah, look at the plays here underneath the turret. So many people down. It's a 2-for-2 exchange. The continuation wants to go on as YFS is trying to get that Alpha low. A Devoid trying to survive through this, but he's going to have to sacrifice the mid lane turret. Ooh, Tigreal, he stuck around for just a second. And it's going to be him that has to... is he recalling? Oh, alright. Vague 2.0 sends the opportunity to try to push this turret in here, almost securing the tier 1 turret on the bot side as a potential trade-off, but the minions were taken down too quickly.
That's unfortunate. They could have taken that tower, but Equilibrium just has the map awareness from that He Sunshine.
Yeah. Map aware. It's that YSS has a huge amount of
Vision?
that vision that he can supply. Thank you for supplying the word. Speaking of supply, oh, there's gonna be Spirit of Alpha Hunter 2. Will we see the follow-up from the team? They're trying to engage on the Farsa. The feathered airstrike turn around. Implosion play. Hunter everybody, but the damage not quite there from the side of Hexcore yet. There's a way of the dragon onto the Louis as she's taken down.
That was a beautiful implosion play from the Tigreal, but the damage applied by Equilibrium is just too much to handle right now.
That is true.
Equilibrium will be managing to take down 2 golden shields of the inhibitor turrets. Last turret of the game is up right now, but I think Equilibrium will leave it for the Lord. They seem to want to end this match quickly right now. It's almost 8 minutes into the game, 22-7 in favor of Equilibrium.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure here. The shields are down, as you said. The yin-yang combination comes in, but Uranus just walks it up. There's showing away of the dragon onto the carry, but she pops that Purify, trying to stay safe. But as we see, the YSS comes in and throws a skill, throws an ultimate, the Mountain Shocker, and, well, sends the carry to her grave. First row of the game is up.
Equilibrium will be going for this Lord right now. Hexcore is trying to put up a good defense. I mean, they do have the capabilities to do so. They have a strong implosion play, diversion play coming out from the Louis and Frederick.
Yeah, so the Raw has been taken down. There's a lot of pressure being placed here. As once more the Uranus frontlining. There's the blazing duets from the Claws of Praise and Wrath comes out, doing a decent amount of damage with the way of the dragon. Only onto the Alpha. Frederick trying to tank through everything here. He's trying to CC everybody. A Claude gets taken down with the light wheels from the carry, but it's going to be carry and the Fred that's taken down by the side of Equilibrium. Hexcore under a lot of pressure. The Roy is in there. There's the Spear of Alpha onto the Fossa. This fight continuing in here, but with the YSS you still can't secure those tier 3 turrets. Tiger just trying to CC up that Venus, but the yin-yang combination is just keeping the defense going for the side of Hexcore.
Right now, all the other two members will be back, able to help the team defend. It's going to be difficult, but Carrie is getting online.
Yeah. So, there's going to be the engagement here onto the Fossa. She's so low, uses the blood form to try to escape. Carrie trying to dish out the damage, but Fossa is taken down. It's going to be the passive proccing there from Devoid on the Alpha. Raw is into the base. Just one more hit on the turret. The base is open. The pressure is placed. But Spear of Alpha being used defensively. Is there an ending angle in here? There's a lot of control going from the side of Hexcore. They're forcing everybody back, and the fight continues. Joe using the conceal play gets the knock up. Way off the dragon comes out. Claude getting the kill there with his blazing duets. As we see the opportunity to lock onto the base. No, but the fight is continuing. Shady not locking on. He just wants to hit everybody. He jumps back with that second skill. The base was so low. Could have been an ending angle there, Lotus.
Yes, but that implosion play once again coming from the Tigger, managing to catch on to, I think it was 3, giving a good defense once again.
Oh, the damage coming out from Pop, but Flicker yin-yang play. Blue here the killing spree, and she somehow escapes everything through the feathered airstrike. But Carrie, she doesn't get oh no, she didn't escape. The base so close to being locked on. They're gonna try the basic attack, but I don't think a mage is the right one to be basic attacking a base. Uranus wants to try to do it. The waves are it's so close. One more wave is coming in. I don't think they're gonna be able to defend it. They take down the Frederick. It's gonna be the XP lane and the mage who actually basic attack the base. That's so funny.
Well, they actually managed to take the base thanks to the amount of minions in there. If it was just one minion or 2 minions, I don't think they would have been able to take that base down so quickly.
Agreed. Anyway, that was a very, very stormingly good match for the side of Equilibrium in the first game. So, Hexcore, uphill battle to try to even things out in the series. Gonna be difficult, but we'll be heading into the second match in this the drafting phase of the second match in just a minute. We will be sorting out. I don't even have my camera on. I'm thinking about cameras, lots of things. Anyway, enable my camera on, and well, we will be heading into the drafting phase very, very, very soon. Which is gonna
bro,
be,
just quickly check the chat in the in-game, in the tournament lobby.
The chat in the tournament lobby. Okay. Oh, I see. There seems to be some drama in the background. There always seems to be some drama in the background. I don't know why there's so much drama in this world. People just don't know how to chill. So funny stuff. But anyway, I think we will be sorting out. Well, we will leave everyone to sort out. We will just see what is going on as everyone takes care of all the admin bits here. So there might be a slight pause before we head into the drafting phase. However, that does not mean what is going on here.
Just turn on the highlight packages and yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is one that calls for my attention. Interestingly enough. Okay, so if you can all just give me just a quick second, I will be back with you in just a moment. Oh, well, I'm saying me, right? Like I'm the only one. It's just, you know, my stomach is kind of big. It fills the screen. And Lotus keeps pointing it out. And just a little bit upset. She's fat shaming me, people. Fat shaming.
What?
Why are you doing it, Lotus? Why are you doing it? I haven't done anything to you. I'm joking. She's fat shaming no one. She is fat shaming no one. But anyway, I'm just gonna have the highlight package put up for you just a minute, and then I will also explain to you the drama that's going on once I know what the drama is that's going on, because I'm sure you want to hear some tasty drama that goes along with it. Well, anyway, let me have this up and running. I will be with you. That's what it is. I'll be with you. Thank you, Evergone Pies. You see, they say I'm in shape. A round shape, but it's still a shape nonetheless. We will be back with you in just a second. That's all done for us.
We can make an impact, grab and then take it. yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Things that they to see. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. We're getting everything sorted out. So there was apparently some bit of drama because the stream is being double streamed, interestingly enough. But anyway, the show must go on, regardless of people's feelings and thoughts and opinions on the matter. I know the players from Equilibrium were somewhat upset about what was going on, but that's okay. Everybody gets upset sometimes in this life. We don't hold it against anybody. We will do what we need to do, which is get the show on the road once more. As we will be heading into the drafting phase very soon, I think, because everybody is quite ready. And, well, we're here to see Mobile Legends being played, and not so much the drama that goes with it.
Yes, we are not watching a K-drama right now.
You just waited. You just waited to pop that one in there, Lotus.
Yes, I did. I was waiting for it the entire time.
Okay, so into the drafting phase we go.
And leave. Interesting.
Yeah, I think there might be some issues with the drafting lobby. Is anybody else?
No.
Oh, there we go.
So, Hexcore with the first ban in this second matchup in this best of 3 series between Hexcore up against Equilibrium. Lamunga, what will you be banning out here? Will we see that respect bans coming in from that first match?
Might be, but I'm pretty sure of expecting a Uranus ban.
They call me a hero.
And unfortunately, being the YSS first and not the Uranus.
I just know there was gonna be a Uranus ban, maybe, hopefully, probably. But Hisanshin is also pretty viable, and I mean, not only a meta ban, but also that respect ban that Hisanshin from the previous match. What did you think about it?
Well, YSS is receiving the love and respect that he should have. I mean, YSS has featured quite oftenly, and I mean, with the YSS, phew, I mean, that follow-up, that Mountain Shocker, that does provide vision onto everyone onto the map. I mean, it's a very nice combo picking up the YSS, as we do see Amon gets banned up from the side of EQ.
Eamon, we see that in EQ's banning section a lot, but Eamon is actually a pretty strong hero, pretty underrated because he has so many counters. But if played well, even the counters aren't always that big of a problem for him, and it's something you have to be careful of. See?
Yeah.
I told you, Uranus ban coming up.
You're feeling really chuffed about yourself. Well, good call. Good call.
Thank you. I take my bow. Vita TZ coming up with the next band for the side of EQ, once again going for the Matilda.
Yeah, so I mean, Matilda is pretty much a regular band coming from the side of EQ, you know. But I mean, rightfully so. The Matilda, I mean, like I mentioned in the previous matchup, Matilda with that guiding winds, as we call it on the stream, the Matilda airwaves. Thank you, Rika, for well, that saying. But yeah, just allowing the team to get onto the back line a lot easier.
And also pretty good for disengagements, especially as we mentioned before on the stream, when Matilda's paired up with a Frisian, just helping him to disengage.
I mean, all right, agreed. So Zetian, you know, that period of the Phoenix.
One of the most deadliest ults in the game. I think you are also thinking about.
Something like that. I wouldn't call it one of the deadliest, but I mean, it's a global ult. It's like the Mountain Shock. It provides vision. The Zetian being a good band, but well, into the first picks we go for the side of Hexcore.
Why I call it deadly is because it doesn't kill you, but if it paralyzes you to get killed.
Yeah, well, okay. Thank you for rectifying on that for me. I mean, it does add that additional crowd control, that CC, that you would want to have, as Super Shady is showing us Swin. My question is, will they be picking up Swin as Velocity brings up the Kalia? So, Tsunami Slams and Tidal Waves? As Super Shady picks up the Hayabusa. Hayabusa not having a very good time in the MSA Cup. I mean, it's with the Hayabusa being picked up. I mean, the matches where Hayabusa we featured in the MSA Cup, Old Date doesn't have a very big win rate. So let's hopefully EQ can try and sway that stats just a little bit in favor of Hayabusa.
I do agree with you there. And Lamunga picking up the Navaria. We have seen Navaria previously in the previous group, and the plays coming out and the snipes coming out from this mage is actually pretty crazy. So it would be fun to see her once again in action.
Yeah, Devoid are picking up the Badang, and Tammy Love 63 with the Roger. I mean, look, with the Novaria, when she brings that astral calling, I mean, it does slow down the enemy team, and that would allow Badang to pick up a perfect set for the side of Hexcore. Super Light picking up Granger. So we know there will be a swap. So that means Super Shady will be playing Granger in the gold lane. Just ignore the double retries now. You know there will be a swap out, as they do ban out, well, pretty much the counter to the Granger, Erithel herself.
Erithel in the MSA, despite just being a counter to the Granger, in the entire MSA, the majority of the Erithels we've seen have been playing so well, and just that mobility coming out from the marksman is absolutely crazy.
Agreed, bro. Agreed. I nearly called you bro, Lotus. I nearly called you bro. Blushing menace.
Well, I mean, I'm used to people calling me bro, so it's fine. After all, it became sort of a unique 6-word in the modern world, but hey, Khalid getting banned out from the side of Hexcore.
With you making that statement, I'm expecting a dad joke to come in very shortly. With the final ban for the side of Equilibrium.
Might be going for a marksman or even a tank ban, because the Badang is still somewhat a flex pick because he fits either on the XP line or the roam. Personally, I prefer him on the roam because then he doesn't have to focus on making sets and clearing his waves. But let's see. Moscow getting banned up from the side of Equilibrium.
Yeah, so not wanting that Spear of Destruction and trying to, upset Blaze, as we do see Gloom gets banned out for the side of Hexcore. So that does conclude the bans for the second match. Malice and Juju still needs to pick up for their side. We know Malice will be playing on the Hayabusa. Juju still needs to bring in the Mage. And, we need an XP laner into the match as well. So very curious to see how EQ is going to conclude their draft here.
I would agree with you there. Will agree. Would makes it sound like I'm not agreeing. So they might be going picks up the Kimmy. Okay, I was expecting a mage, but Kimmy also pretty strong on the mid lane right now, as we can also see even from the MSC matches.
So currently, it seems like Gato Gacha will be picked up for the side of Hexcore. Sonjun can't do it. Is hovering on it, and that is set. Vague 2.0 picks up the 1-1, and Sonjun can't do it. Picks up, the Gato Gacha. GGMC will be looking at picking up the CC for the side of EQ. So, calling curtain into the match if they do decide to go with the CC. If she's got the big stacks there, and she's going to run Vengeance. So, never mind. Look at me talking about the CC, and then they're possibly not even going to pick up the CC.
Stand firm, strike hard. My motto
Okay, Marsha.
is simple.
We did see that there was Arlington Bishop, Marsha on the gold lane from DBZ the other night. So it seems like Equilibrium got a few ideas with the Marsha to put her just in the draft overall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the second match draft. Which side are you favoring? Which side's draft are you, liking more? Will EQ take this in a clean sweep fashion? Or will Hexcore get, one up on them? But I'm going to be handing you over to Wei and Lotus. I'll be back.
Stream, we have some strong picks, some interesting picks. I would like to hear from you guys in the stream. What picks are you favoring? Who's your favorite hero? What's your favorite skin? Because as you can see on display, we've got the 1-1-11. I was listening to the chat yesterday, and there was a lot of people talking about that Saint Seiya skins that they so love. The Cho Saint Seiya skin, as we can see, the Badang Sagittarius Seiya. So a lot of people do love those Saint Seiya skins. What's your favorite from the lot, Lotus?
I think it would be the Marsha skin. I absolutely love that skin because it just looks so cool.
Yeah, it is quite a nice skin. One day we must actually get a poll up to see what's everybody's favorite skin overall. We need to get a narrowed down list because there's hundreds of skins there in Mobile Legends.
That is true. I was about to go into the maths of it, but the amount of skins can somewhat be around 500 skins overall.
Yeah, it's a huge amount of skins. But anyway, we're gonna head into this action. There's no real contest going for this Lethal. As Hayabusa just comes across to take it. Oh, there's the engagement onto the Novaria. Tammy Love 63 manages to get back to safety. That second skill from Novaria is one of the nicest disengaged you can get. But a pressure being placed on. Nice taunt coming out from Nagato as he pops the Vengeance. Just wants to return some of the damage. Kalia throws out that skill. Gets a bit of heal. We know it's not as much heal as it previously was. Ooh, wait, look at that from Roger. Is that a bit of a mistake? He ends up getting his own blue buff not set properly. He's gonna have to go back. But it's gonna be a little bit of a, you can say, a wasted maneuver or maneuvering. He did want to make a rotation to try and contest this gold crab I don't even call it gold crab anymore. It's not a crab.
True. I mean, accidents like that happen sometimes. I mean, tonight is the last night of the group stages, so tensions are running high. Sometimes you just make mistakes, but the most important thing right now is to just adapt from it. Don't overthink it. Just carry on. Make a meme out of it.
Yeah. Exactly. That's Lotus is throwing Lamunga onto the bus. They're saying we should make a meme out of that. But Lamunga, we will not listen to Lotus. We do not listen to Lotus. We will not be throwing anybody under the bus. Alright, so there's the engagement onto the Badang. Badang lands the first crack. We're pushing everybody back. He's trying to survive through this. Somehow he gets the flicker, but Clear gets the kill. Tsunami slam into the Raja. Hit the Lycan pounce, but the revives coming in from the Clear. Countered, engage into the mix. It's a 2-3-2 for nothing. 3 for nothing exchange, going in the favor of EQ, and the jungle invade is on. Pressure is being placed. Kimmy throwing out those shots, wants to push back that Badang, knowing Badang does not have the first crack. So Badang without a first crack is not as deadly. Oh, he throws out the second skill. The dash away from the Kimmy allows her to reposition and stay safe, and create the opportunity for Hayabusa to steal some farm once again.
And Marsha just managed to eat up that the majority of that gold shield on the first tier turret in the bot lane.
Yeah, Super Shady having a... Oh! It's gonna be a kill in the bot lane, just slightly off screen. But Namunga not having the nicest time in the jungle here. This invade is continuing. There's a tsunami step. Oh, we see the follow-up. No need to even use that. Oh, he does come out. It's going to be the shadow kill. Follow-up. Double kill going the way of the Hayabusa. And this should be the buff taken as well, though they do give it to the Kimmy. But as I was saying, Super Shady having a nice time here in the gold lane, putting a lot of pressure. 2-level advantage over the 1-1.
Right now, Hexcores are having a difficult time, and the same as last night, Equilibrium is more in the enemy's jungle than in their own.
Yeah, pressure being placed, first turret being taken down. Then we're gonna see that, what is it called again? Astral or something or the other. Oh, look at the shot coming in from Novaria. Almost taking the Kiwi down. That's the... Novaria is like a mage sniper.
She's like Leslie on steroids because she just needs one shot to take you down. At times, Leslie needs 4.
Yeah. Oh, there's the engagement here onto the Marsha, but she's still got a couple of health bars going. Down to the last one, they engage onto the side, but down Tsunami Slam straight up and down, and that's a kill secured just in time for the second the second Iron side of the game. So we should expect that second Iron side to go uncontested to the side of Equilibrium. They have quite a hefty gold lead at this particular moment in time.
Yeah, 6,000 gold in below 5 minutes, also with the 6 kill advantage. That's a bit a lot.
Yeah, that is true. The pressure being placed into the mid lane. Clear tried to go in there. Hayabusa, he's gonna get the shadow kill off just in time. Manages to dance back. There's the first crack, not managing to land against the wall for that full control. Gimme has the sustainability to survive, but it's Granger killing spree there for Super Shady as he's dishing out the damage. Dead Sonatas indeed, as Akemi secures another kill onto Tammy Love 63. So Hex score in quite a lot of danger right now. This is what? It's like a 7k gold lead, just over 7.5.
Yes, but these snipes coming out from the Navaria, slightly off the mark. If she can get them on the mark, because Kimmy is a bit mobile for a marksman, just able to jump in and out with that first skill. But if the Navaria can catch her, especially with the aggression.
Yeah, that's true. There's the Avatar of Guardian comes out there. Does land onto 3, but there's no one there to really follow up as it's 2. I'll make that 3 taken down in the jungle for Hex Core. So 6 minutes into the game. Lots of pressure being applied here. Equilibrium in pole position to try and take this. They set, I wouldn't say a record, St. Dynasty actually have the record for the fastest game in the MSA. Though Equilibrium with yesterday's match were fairly close. Hayabusa dancing around, doesn't manage to get that second skill in properly. He wanted to land the shadow on there. Oh, but we see 1-1 being taken down by the Kimmy. But Roger goes in with a Lycan pounce and says, shut down, bye bye Kimmy, we'll see you at the base.
That was an overextension coming out from Juju, just being so aggressive without his team being near. Even as a Kimmy, even Fed, you're still in danger if you do that.
Yeah, that's true. The thing is, right, when you're in a position like this, sometimes you can tend to be a bit over aggressive. It does happen. Like as you said, without your team being present, it is a team sport, so you gotta have everybody all together all at once. So shields being popped all across the board, final iron side being taken. There's the engagement here onto the clear, but the warrior pops that ultimate of hers, supplying a little bit of vision, throws out a skill shot, doesn't manage to connect to anybody, but once more, the pressure is on 1-1, just throwing out her crossbow. Oh my goodness, monster kill for Shady on the Granger. He's really starting to hurt right now. There's a tsunami slam dragging back the put down. Pressure into the base. It's wide open. They want to put even more. The base is open. There's a minion. It's just Roger left to try to defend it. Will this be the record? Can they do it? It's Roger. He's trying to defend the base. Oh my goodness. The minion wave spawned up. Trying to keep it in there. There is a few seconds. 1-1's going to try to survive. Maybe deal with this. But this is the potential. This is going to be a beyond 8-minute game. The pressure is on. The MSA. Oh, my Pajang. Whoa, the first crack. The first crack of a lifetime. He manages to CC everybody. 1-1. Trying to get the crossbow tags off. Will get the crossbow tags off as they take down 4. Defense to the forefront.
Equilibrium wanted to just beat that record, but the fact that they just overextended too much. Bedong managed to make a beautiful set. His team followed up, and they managed to defend.
Yeah, the Saints' record for the fastest time in the MSA Cup is kind of a tough one to beat. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was like 8 minutes 22 seconds or 23 seconds, something like that. I was just double check, but it is definitely a tough one to beat.
I mean, Equilibrium almost beat it, almost. But when the Badanga is near you, you shouldn't all be on each other.
Yeah, if you group up, that was a winning angle, right? So I can understand going in there to just try to secure that. As we see, the shadow kill does come out, and it's another pick-off kill onto the Badang. This could be the ending angle. Oh, blown up was Roger. There's the Avatar, got it into the mix. Does catch up to a few. Tsunami slam into the backline. This is a full team wipe. This should be the ending angle. And it's definitely, by the looks of it, with the recall spams, a little bit of salt in the wounds. Game, set, match going the way of Equilibrium.
That is definitely a Mobile Legends thing. Once you're managing to take down the base, just flex that recall spams.
Yeah. Just flex that recall spams. So, both teams giving it their all, but Equilibrium coming out on top, very strong fashion. As I see the viewers of the voters in the poll, 86% of that going the way of Equilibrium. And so that concludes the first game of the evening with the action on field and the drama in the background and everything happening everywhere. But anyway, I will say this much. Mobile Legends is one of the more fun games to cast. Not to say I'm picking any favorites between the games I do cast, but it's just so versatile in terms of, like little changes to the meta, what happens. Lozario saying GG's in the chat. Damien, it's calling out that it's tough to watch when one team is dominating the other. I know, Damien, we all do love to root for the underdogs.
That is true. I mean, but Shady picking up, the MVP in the previous match with the Granger. But yeah, bro, like you said, this is definitely a fun game and a fun one to cast as well. We're passionate about everything. So, yeah, just to reiterate with everything and the drama that's been going on and certain comments that was posted on our general chat. For those of you that are in the general chat, we have said this on multiple occasions. All the revenue that is coming into the stream is literally going to, as prize pools. And we will also be running a charity event towards the end of the year. So, but nonetheless, I just wanted to clear that up. But yeah, so into the next match we go, which will be who? Lotus? Who's playing up next?
G7 Esports versus Hexcore.
So it's G7 Esports up against Hexcore. G7 Esports was very impressive with their drafting. I'm not gonna lie, I loved the drafting coming out from that Madagascar team, though they ended up facing both Equilibrium and then Immortal Order, so it was a very tough introduction into the MSA Cup.
Yeah, putting you up against those two strong teams is a bit... that was a bit cruel.
Well, as we say, it's the wheel of fortune. The wheel give it, and the wheel take it away. This is what the wheel does. In fact, right, I think there's going to be a wheel. I must just check with Pine Crusher if there will be a wheel up and running for the elimination rounds. It won't be happening during the course of this week. It's going to be taking place next week, so that we might get to see the wheel giving and taking away. Who knows, we might get a proper Clash of the Titans. Teams that you would have expected to go all the way to the finals or close to the semi-finals at least. Maybe we'll get them to burst or face one another. So that is going to be something very, very, very interesting to see. Yeah, but I'm saying this a little bit prematurely. I don't know if there's going to be an actual wheel. I think there will be, but I'm sure the MSA staff can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, bro, definitely just to add on to that, we know the teams that are going through to phase 2. We've got some big names that are going to, well, potentially be facing off against one another, you know. I'm already calling it, right? There is, in my opinion, some matches that will transpire when it happens. I mean, especially like when it's in quarterfinals and stuff like that. You will definitely have teams facing off one another that is actually final matches worthy. So yeah, can't wait, bro. Super excited. Super excited.
Well, but with the IESF coming up in the following week, right? So as things stand, we are the official streamers for the South African male and female teams. There's a lot of hard work in the background to get that sorted out. And well, it's not the easiest thing to land, I must admit, because there's so much of rules and regulations as to how that's going to go. But we will be streaming, we are like the official streamers right now for the South African men's and women's Mobile Legends team. So we will have all that action brought to you in the upcoming days, so you know what's going to be transpiring. If you want to be a part of the action, I know, like, especially if you're South African, right, we kind of love anything green and gold. The moment anybody's putting on a jersey that's got that green and gold to them, we're there. It doesn't even matter what it is. You could be playing ping pong and we'll be like, yes, South Africa's playing ping pong, and we're there to watch.
Yeah, so just a special shout out and thanks to MSSA for, well, partnering up with us, as we are affiliated with them, and super excited to do the IESF matches.
Yeah. It's always fun to do things for your country. But it won't be the only country in the mix. I know there might be people here from other countries. We've got quite a few there. I think it's Zimbabwe, Madagascar, Mauritius is in the house, Congo as well, Namibia. It's I think central down to the southern African region that we're going to be having. I see Captain Streets is biting his nails. So Captain Streets, we're going to have the next poll up and running shortly, so you can see what you want to, who you think is going to be winning between G7 and X Squad that will be coming up in the next match. The teams are getting ready. That is a very big water bottle. I don't know what Scarp is drinking, but it looks suspiciously unlike water.
No, it is actually watermelon flavored cold drink.
Oh, I see. Watermelon flavor. I don't think I've ever tasted watermelon flavor on a cold drink.
It's like this is actually like Drinko Pop. You know, those sachets. Every day I get a 2 liter worth of cold drink.
Oh.
To work. My wife looks very splendidly to me. I mean, well, that's the reason why I have a round figure.
Yeah. So we're just getting the players into the lobby, and we'll be ready and set for this next game. So we're just gonna take a very quick pause. We will be back with you shortly. We just wait. It's just gonna be, when I say shortly, I really do mean like in about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. While we just get the final bits of the lobby sorted out. The players are filling in at quite a rapid rate, so we will not be too long. Right, so we'll see you all in just a moment.
And Nathan gets the pick-off kill onto Granger.
Okay, the pause screen is here. Also want to smoke quickly. Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. We have the second game of the evening, the very exciting G7 esports from Madagascar up against Hexcore. Both teams newcomers to the scene. Hexcore, I think we saw them in one previous tournament. They've been showcasing their stuff, and well, it's going to be a royal battle between these two teams, so I'm quite interested to see who's going to come out on top. I see a lot of Hexcore fans in the chat. They got 80% of the votes going their way, so they are in pole position to as fan favorites, shall I say.
Yeah, bro. Hexcore did a feature in the Viking series tournament, so yeah, that's where we picked them up from.
Yes, the Viking series. I was speaking to the organizers from King of the Hill. They do have some exciting things coming up. There's going to be a women's league. Announcing slightly prematurely. Potentially, it's all, still in the works. However, let's get into this drafting phase.
True love.
G7 on the left side, Hexcore on the right, and Carmilla getting banned out from the side. G7. Just had to make sure I was not muted.
So no, you're definitely not muted, Lotus. We can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, so no curse blood for the side of Hexcore, and Hexcore definitely not liking and loving this Armon pick. So yeah, not allowing Armon to play against them. It's did something happen with an Armon into their 5-man scene? That's the only question that I've got. Supernova with the response with the next ban for the side of G7 esports.
Well, I mean, the only Amen that we've really seen in the entire MSA was the matches from PCR, I think.
Let's make the whole world green and lively.
As we do see Florin getting banned out. Florin, you know, I was playing Mlbb today, and just in the rank scene, just picking up Rome. So, you know, I wanted to test something out, and I played with support Romes. And I have to say, I have to agree with Wayne's statement from last night. We are into the support and tank meta patch. So, definitely had a fun time playing Florin and Rafaela. But nonetheless, boy, Zeal with the next ban and final ban in this phase 1 drafting phase for G7 esports.
Might maybe once again going. Oh, goes for the Badang ban. I was not expecting that one, but we did see Hexcore giving us some good Badang plays in the previous match versus Equilibrium.
As Faza is banned out from the side of Hexcore. You know, with Faza, with the feathered airstrike, she does do a lot of damage, and having that mobility with Very. So yeah, Nairo with the first pick for the side of G7 esports. That's that one slogan from the one game developers. It's in the game. I don't want to do promotion, but yeah. EA Sports. It's in the game. As Nairo does pick up Hayabusa for G7 esports.
This time.
Sungjin can do it, picking up the Xavier and Fake 2.0, not waiting and picking up the Hilda. When was the last time we got to see the Hilda in the 5-man scene?
Well, in the MSA Cup, in the previous, earlier group stages of, the group phases in the MSA Cup. So, yeah, there will be some Hilda highlights as well. Well, let's see. I mean, Hilda, 1v1 onto a backliner, you're going to have a difficult time mid to late game as Jojo picks up Kimmy for the side of G7 esports.
We might get to see another Kimmy in the mid lane. We have seen Jojo play some good mid laners last night, so maybe once again seeing them there. Supernova picking up the glue.
That is crazy. I mean, yeah, glue with the grab, well, split, and then with the grab, glue can be very menacing and very annoying But he's a very hero. He's a high skilled hero. Very difficult to well play with. I mean, if you've got the hang of him, you've got the hang of him. Or shall I call it? As Lamunga picks up Paquito. My question is, will it be Paquito jungle though?
Could be. We are seeing that he's showing retry. But what you were saying about Glue being in it, maybe. I think it will actually be a woman, she, because it is so annoying. But 1-1 getting banned by the side of Hexcore.
Lotus?
Because I saved
Do you want to start the debate here? Because the
No.
voice for Glue is sounds actually, you know, what's the opposite of female?
Male?
Yeah, so it sounds very, very manly for a. Yeah, okay. Let me rather just stop there.
If it's manly, why didn't you call him it?
Oh, if there was ever a clippable moment.
Well, you know.
I'm just gonna respond to the live chat very quickly. So Evergon Bai says is screaming out for Hexcore for the win, and Cape Town Rocks does get why you pick Paquito in the jungle. I also am not the biggest fan of it. So Lozaria Len says Lamunga is good with the pack in the jungle. So some insider information here in the live chat.
I mean, this is
Body suffers.
the live chat is busy, so I have to say I appreciate it. So with that being said, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We would appreciate the support. We do appreciate the support.
Without all the injustice in the world.
Tony Love 63 picking up Benedetta. TRA picking up the Joe, but Poesio going for the Moskov. Poesio.
Say the name again,
Yeah.
Lotus. Say it again. You know you wanna. I'm teasing. But you can try.
D-Boy going for Granger.
She ignored me, Scum. She ignored me.
She did ignore you, bro. Shame on you, Lotus. How can you ignore Way?
I'm not ignoring.
So the final picks from both sides. Well, it is Chow and Granger. So, ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the first match draft. Get your votes in. Which side are you favoring more? And let's go into the second match. Currently, it seems like the viewers are voting, well, it's 50-50. 50% to G7 and 50% to Hexcore.
50. Very even Stevens. Cape Town Rocks, I do agree with you. Irabel is kind of a monster in the gold lane right now. She is this is just my opinion, so you know, nobody like try to name and shame me. Okay, you can't try to name and shame me, I don't mind. I have no shame. It's my favorite pick in the gold lane right now. I think both Scarf Skankel and Lotus both attest to my lack of shame, as I tend to pick on everybody.
You were gonna say
Yeah,
we would
there's no
have
shame.
about the airsoft.
So, without further ado, into the first match in this Game 2 series, we are G7 Esports going for their blue buff first, and, well, Hexcore going for their red buff first, you know. So we will see that potential early game gank onto the gold lane.
Yeah, so it's really a question right now of mid versus mid. If I have to pick a favorite mid lane pairing, the Kimmy and Cho combination, they can apply a lot of pressure in comparison to the Hilda and the Xavier. I'm not saying that Hilda is not super strong in the early game. She is. She's maybe one of the most broken heroes in like at level 1 that there is. But when it comes to wave clear, it's just Kimmy has a crazy amount of wave. And just look at this from the Hilda. This is what you expect. It's that poke damage.
Yeah, and just pretty much being an annoyance, bro.
Yeah, exactly. She's just helping zone away and provide Xavier with the ability to clear wave just a smidgen faster than the Kimmy, which allows for quicker rotations. Because as much as we do say it's the sustained meta, and we are correct, it is the sustained meta. Oh, look at the engagement. Cho is taken out first, but goes the way of the Hilda. As it's Hayabusa dancing around there. Nairo gets a bit of poke onto that Xavier, but not enough. As Paquito, he's got that. You see, this is how we know that Lumanga is actually a pretty decent Paquito. A lot of people like to keep the full 3 bars set, but personally, you can. I know you can dish out a lot more damage with the 2 bars.
Well, interesting. So at the 2-minute mark, we have 1 kill in favor of Hexcore. The first turtle of this match, Ironhide, has awakened. We will see the team setting for this first turtle dance. My question is, who will take it first?
Oh, look at the damage coming out from the Hilda as Nairo has to use the shadow kill. They want to continue on with there's the Spear of Destruction. Moscow, but he's in the backline. What a beautiful ulti coming through. There's the control through with the grab. Bernadetta hits the Eclecto Blades trying to survive all the damage, but she's gonna get, I think, gonna get taken down as it's going to be, oh my goodness, death raining in from all angles. This is the power of a Moscow, as we will try and say the name that Lotus tried not to say. Poisal. Run the Moscow.
Yeah, bro. But Benedetta, just unfortunate committing the Ecliptic Blade and just running in it with the glue on the grab onto her. So allowing her own damage to be put onto her. Just a bit unfortunate. They need to respect this glue.
Oh, the shadow kill on cooldown just at the right time, securing the objective. Way of the Dragon was committed by the Cho, so he will have it up in a few seconds. They will try to put a bit of pressure here onto D-Void on that Granger, but Cape Town Rocks, Cho dominating in the jungle. Yeah, now he'll probably have his time to shine. I will say he does need his ultimate. He's one of those heroes that, granted, first and second skill are fairly effective, but his ultimate is game breaking.
That is true, bro. I mean, I'm not even going to argue with that. As well, yeah. Okay, Cape Town Rock has it is glue is a very sticky hero to counter.
Oh, there's the engagement by the Hilda. Cho goes in there. He just wants to get that knock up. A little bit of poke there from Tiari, forcing the Hilda back into the bushes. But that's the thing. Hilda turns around. She goes to the bushes. She heals up. There's the Electric Blade with the Petrify. Oh, come on there. What a beautiful. The grab does come out way up the dragon onto the glue. Cho manages to survive for the most part. The same with Tammy Love, 63. Oh, but there's going to be the Paquito. He commits the retribution, but Cho is a tricky customer to try to land the combo on with the Paquito.
Speaking of customers, Ironhide number 2 is into the mix as we do see the shadow kill coming in from Nairo and taking down Xavier.
Yeah. So, Avant-Garde buys. The Hayabusa is, well, it's going to be pesky for the backline, but look at this. This is what a Paquito can do when he lands his combinations, just destroying. Oh, Spear of Destruction slightly off the mark. Paquito does have the opportunity to take this iron side, but you have to be cautious when there's a glue present. Meanwhile, there's a fight inside here as Moscow takes down the Granger, but the dawning light comes in from the Xavier to secure the kill. There's Hilda engaging onto the Cho. He's forced to that flicker. Oh, but the stunts from the Kimmy. She's trying to take down the Xavier. She's going in. She's got the mobility. She's got the damage. Jojo taking down. Sujin can't do it, but Hilda turns around, wants to get on the Kimmy again, but Hayabusa there to save the day for the Kimmy, securing the kill on this Hilda. Hilda's just being so annoying. Oh, there's the Eclecto Blades underneath the turret, trying to land the kill onto Kimmy, but Jojo, having a bit of a bizarre adventure, shall we say, in the mid lane, manages to escape.
Now, will we see the grab onto Benedetta as we do see the Way of Dragon comes through from Chow and a Hayabusa just finishing off Benedetta. So currently, Just before the 6-minute mark, we do see G7 Esports onto the second turtle of the match. 5 kill advantage in favor of G7 as, the tier 1 turret has been taken down, as well as the second turtle of the match. G7 Esports has the 3.3k gold lead in favor of them.
Yeah, exactly. 3.8 gold lead. That is significant at the 6-minute mark.
As we do see that Spear of Destruction from the Moskov was committed onto Hilda, but Granger taking some damage as the engagement continues onto Vague 2.0, and Kimi picks up the kill onto Hilda. But look at this damage that this combination of Kimi and Moskov is doing as Kimi picks up the double kill. 3-for-0 exchange in favor of G7 Esports.
Yeah, so the grab comes out. Hayabusa did manage to secure the kill onto oh, look at that double kill going the way of the Hayabusa as they take down the Bernadetta. So he did manage to get the kill onto the Paquito, and I do agree the Cho is coming online right now. He needs that level 4 power spike in order to set things up. Moskov managing to reposition, but Hilda finishing the job off. So as you were saying, Skarpskinkel, about the damage coming out from the pairing, if you notice in the MSC, there's a lot of teams that are going for a triple marksman combo. Kimi in the mid lane, the hero like a Granger or so in the gold lane, and YSS in the jungle. That's a triple marksman threat.
Oh, yo, bro. I mean, as we do see the kill onto Benedetta, Hayabusa is caught out by Paquito and the turret. As you do see the engagement onto Hilda, Granger got stunned up by the Moskov, but it's currently the fight is continuing as Xavier gets the respawn and respect kill onto Moskov. The way of Dragon was committed onto Paquito, but we do see Glue in the split onto 2. What we see that grab. Oh, Hilda barely escaping with the health there, as well as Paquito. That was a 3-for-3 exchange.
Yeah, he just had that ability on cooldown. Could have been a triple kill if not. Tiari on the Cho has to recall Dawning Light, just uses the second skill to avoid the damage there. Blue just frontlining by himself right now, putting some lane pressure as the first roar of the game is up. And G7 Esports in a bit of a pole position to try and secure this.
Hilda backing a bunch, slamming that battle axe of hers down onto Glue, getting Glue down to half health. We do see the first Lord is up, and Moskov will start this roar.
Hilda trying to supply vision, gonna get poked on by the Hayabusa, jumps back to safety, forces out the revitalizers, really close. Oh, Bernadetta went in with the Eclecto Blade, but she's gonna get taken down in the backline there. Glue doing an excellent job of zoning away. Oh, but there's the Paquito. Moskov, he goes in, he lands the stun, he takes down the Paquito as well. Boy, he's all on point with this Moskov.
Yeah, as we do see the engagement onto Hilda, as Hilda gets the kill onto Hayabusa. Way of the Dragon was committed from the Chow. Well, we see the follow-up and engagement. Yes, Kimi is into the mix, and a shutdown kill onto the Hilda for the side of G7 Esports. Just before the 10-minute mark, it's 10 kills advantage in favor of G7, and also having 5k gold lead with the map control. How will X-Core respond to this early game power spike from G7 Esports?
Well, they got some nice wave clear abilities, and I will say though in the negative column, Hilda very strong in the early game, but she drops off in the late. There's a combo coming in from the Paquito, but too much mobility from the Kimi as she pokes and repositions, and with this we're gonna see the tier 2 turrets falling down. It's just the mid lane one that's left up and standing as we welcome Don Ryo to the chat.
Yeah, so, as we do see the shadow kill onto Xavier. Hayabusa getting out and hightailing it out of the base.
Yeah, that shadow kill coming in very, very nicely. Final tier 2 turret has been taken down. And so G7 Esports in a very strong position to take the first game here. especially with this double. Oh, there's the Eclecto Blade with the Petrify onto everybody. Paquito trying to dish out the damage as well. Hilda wants to engage onto the Moskov. He manages to reposition. Kimi comes, Hayabusa comes in there. They manage to secure a kill. It's going to be a 3-for-1 exchange overall. However, but Moskov, he has other ideas. He goes in. He thought he could go. You know, if he actually got a Maniac there, that would have been super clutch. But
that would have been super clutch, bro. I mean, I was just keeping an eye on the Hayabusa with that dawning light coming in through from Xavier. Just using his second skill to, well, sidestep that glowing orb that we call the dawning light from Xavier.
Dawning light is, especially as the game goes later and later, it starts to hurt more and more. It pairs so well with the Wishing Lantern. It's one of the skills that just beautifully works the Wishing Lantern. Jojo, they're taking down the Xavier, so no Dawning Light will be available for this, at least the start of the first, of the second Lord, shall we say.
Yeah, well, we do see the second Lord of the match is up in 5 seconds. We do see the engagement. We have the Dragon onto Hilda. Vade 2.0 currently in a lot of danger here. As we do see the Ecliptic Blades coming in from Benedetta. But the engagement continues. Will they catch them? As we do see off screen. Hayabusa gets a kill onto the Granger, but Kimi finishes the job onto the Hilda. But the engagement continues on to Paquito. Will they be able to catch Paquito? No, Paquito is safe and will be healing up in the fountain.
Yeah, a lot of mobility there from the Paquito. Managing to disengage from all of that damage. That second skill shield coming in very, very clutch. But with that pressure being placed by G7 Esports, they are in pole position. As you can see, uncontested second Lord. Though I would say if I was on the side of Hexcore, I wouldn't really want to contest that second Lord or second roar of the game. I'm surprised Kapskek has not been roaring a little bit more. Lotus, do you think he needs a silver chippy? I think we should get Mads on the case to get him a silver chippy.
Ooh, I wanna be a silver chippy. I wanna be a silver chippy. I'm a potato. As we do see, G7 is giving this vision here onto the jungle, just waiting for the Lord to come in so that they can sync up the waves. They should have that same time impact. Oh no, mid lane just coming through, so not nicely synced. But G7 just waiting for Hexcore to come out of the base so that they can get a set.
Yeah, this is a lot of it's gonna depend on the Cho. Right now for that initial engage, as we watch Tiari just dancing around. They're waiting for the Roar to charge up. It goes in with the charge into the fountain. They've got the MM to try to dish out the damage. The double MM combo. He'll try to force everybody back. As the lock is onto the turret. They want the tier 3 turret. The Lord down to half health. They managed to secure it, but everybody's quite low. Cho wants to go into the way of the Dragon. Oh, but Hayabusa gets a shadow kill in the backline. The fight continues. Bernadetta manages to take down one. It's a 2-for-1 exchange overall, but oh my goodness, Hilda dishing out the damage going in there. Cho just trying to get everybody reset, but there's a Hayabusa. He gets another kill and he dances away, avoids the dawning light as well. So it's a 3-for-2 exchange in the favor of G7 Esports with that pickoff from the Hayabusa.
As we do see the Kimi did heal up. Is this an ending angle for the side of G7 Esports?
Well, with the wave clear and especially from the Xavier, because Xavier will have he's got part of his build up and running. I think building towards Holy Crystal as the next item. Not opting for the Wishing Lantern, which is interesting, but he's gonna have that insane like global map clear of the wave. So he's just like first skill, second skill, and ultis while the wave's coming out of the base, and then they're almost dead. Yeah.
That is true, bro. I mean, but this match is definitely playing out the way I would have thought it would. I mean, this is entertaining, as we do see. Well, second skill from Hayabusa was just committed to get that poke onto Hexcore, just saying hello, be ready, I am here.
So Don Riot's shouting out, he also wants to be a super chippy Cape Town Rockers. With the great play from Hayabusa, I do agree. When it comes to the need to push, I would say right now is the need to push. There's the way of the dragon, but it's off to the hill now as they're forced back. So it's about pushing at the right time. So you want to push just before the objective, like maybe 30 to 20 seconds before the objective, but you want to wait a little bit before that in the month leading up to that. Because if you push and you don't have the ability to end, then you're just kind of feeding the enemy team. You want them to come out a little bit more. You don't want to give them any gold. You want to starve them. I know it sounds a bit mean, but it's true. And with Evergrande buys, with your murder, as we just watched some murder on the dance floor, Supernova going in there, hooking that Hilda down for the count, and this should be third, potentially final row of the game, going the way of G7 Esports.
Oh, that shadow kill from Hayabusa onto the Xavier, pretty much just deleting him under the Nexus.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Exactly what is happening, Cape Town Rockets. I'm asking that as we do the Spear of Destruction from Moskov into the mix. He gets the stun up onto Granger, but Granger devoid does, take down Moskov in respect of eliminating the Paquito.
Yeah, there's still one more MM in the mix. Oh, the controller stands up. It's a full team wipe. It's game going the way of G7 Esports. It's in the game.
GG's will play to both teams, but G7 just coming out victorious in this match, as we do see Hilda did pick up the MVP for the side of Hexcore, but Hayabusa 17-3 and 2. Nairo picking up the MVP for the side of G7 Esports. Every time when I say esports, I think of EA games.
Yeah.
EA games. It's in the game.
Yeah. Well, it may be the one thing EA has ever done right, which is give us a nice catchphrase. Let me throw the shade out there. The one thing they've done right.
Yeah, so, we will be going into the second match now between Hexcore and, G7 Esports. Will Hexcore get the return W here onto G7 Esports, or will G7 Esports take this in a clean sweep fashion and then take us into the next match between Equilibrium up against the Immortal Order?
That's going to be an interesting one coming up next. But, we will get to see if we're going to head all the way into the third game, because G7 Esports were very strong in this first matchup. Very, very, very strong indeed.
Into the drafting phase we go. We get to hear a dad joke from Lotus.
Nah, not tonight.
Oh.
Aww.
Well, you want to hear you want to hear the funniest joke in the world, Lotus? The funniest, the absolute funniest joke in the world. There's no joke funnier than this joke.
The funniest joke.
The absolute funniest joke in the world. One day. One day. Two women were sitting on a bench. Quietly.
And then?
Hear what I'm saying, Lotus. One day, two women were sitting on a bench. Quietly.
Lotus didn't catch the joke.
I caught it the second time he said it. When he put emphasis on quietly, because women can't be quiet, but hey. Hayabusa, Glue, Satian, and Carmilla banned out from both teams.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing the respect bans coming in. I mean, Glue and Hayabusa was respected from the side of Hexcore. But yeah, another respect ban coming in from Hexcore, banning out the Moskov.
I mean, it's good that Glue was banned out, because in the previous match, did you also see it? Glue ulted the Benedetta, and the Granger was still just shooting at the Glue, killing his own teammate.
Lotus, are you throwing the buses tonight?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right, well, chat. Lotus is throwing buses tonight.
Oh, now the moment you put emphasis on me throwing buses, now everyone's gonna throw me under the bus.
As Tammy Love 63 picks up the Angela for the first pick for the side of Hexcore. Now my question is, right, is Angela a good first pick to pick up? As we do see Poizul picking up Kadita and Supernova is showing us Grok. Will it be Grok into the mix for G7 Esports?
Actually going for the Badang TRA. Actually, TRA sounds a lot like one of the famous actors of China. His name is Tian Jire, but TRA sounds a lot similar to it. For the Angela first pick, picking her first is quite problematic because you can go with her immediate counters afterwards, and anyone that can easily just burst down the people that she uses the hard guard on. So it's better to use her for later when you know you can do it.
Yeah, so Lamunga and Sunjun can do it with the next pick for the side of Hexcore. What will they pick up? Is the question.
To be answered.
My kiss.
Sorry, not Shakespeare.
Ooh.
Going with Alice and Sungjin can do it. Going with Aegis on another level.
Oh, Alice, Angela combination? Deadly, deadly, very deadly. As we do see Supernova picking up the Franco. And we will continue with the bands as Jojo brings in the 1-1 band once more. Definitely sticking to, their first match bands. As Hexcore once again responding with a respect band. And G7 Esports with an Erethal band.
This is the first time I'm seeing so many respect bands all in one, because this is the majority of the draft that G7 took in their previous match.
Well, I mean, yeah, pretty much true. So not wanting them to pick up that same combination, but I mean, G7 Esports, they do have a strong draft. But Hexcore, that Alice, Angela, and the Nolan with the Angela as well. Oh, crazy. As Jojo does pick up Gushin for the side of G7 Esports.
Fusion has been pretty strong in the MSA in the few group stages that we have seen him. Some good plays and some, I think Wei called it shotgun builds, gunshot builds.
Shotgun build. So Lamunga with the Argus and Devoid potentially with the Leslie as Lamunga does, he's trolling us with his heroes.
Uranus could be a good pick. I mean, he could probably sustain the Gushin as well.
Oh, okay, so that does conclude it. Alice will be playing as the mage. So, tanky mage, and I mean, look at this tanky lineup, especially with the Angela having the revitalize as well. This is going to be a super tanky line. Uranus going for the revite. Indeed. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the draft of the second match in this best of 3 series. Let's go. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Battery sold separately, not included.
I'm seeing a pick that I like, and it's the Hanabi. Especially with the best skin of all time, which is the Vessel of Rage. Hatred.
Why? What do you think of this draft?
Very cool pick. I like because of the mobility, but the Uranus is going to be causing a lot of problems here, because we know what Uranus does, especially with an Angela and this double revitalize. This could be, and then there's the Alice on top of it. Angela is going to have a tasty time with those frontliners there. Both of them, mad sustain. Uranus from start to finish, yes, agreed. But when it comes to the Angela, the Angela-Alice combination, Alice comes online a little bit later. She needs a couple of items. Being played in the mid lane most probably, so it's going to be difficult for the side of G7, I would say, with this amount of sustain.
Agreed, bro. I mean, this is crazy sustain.
It's so much, and there is a bit of a burst potential from the side of G7, but can they get the Nolan fed is not the Nolan, the Gushin fed is the question, because if he does get fed, he does have the ability to burst, because especially if you know the tank killer combo, which is, what is it, first skill, second skill, you go in, ulti, first skill, second skill again, and then dash away. That's the tank killer combo on a Gushin.
But this Alice pick into the mid lane, bro. What's your feeling with the Alice? We haven't seen Alice in a very long time in the 5-man scene.
Yeah, unconventional, right? But the longer this game goes on, the more it will swing in favor of Hexcore.
So, G7 Esports, if you want to pick up the stubs. Oh, as we do see the Franco hook onto Devoid.
Beautiful hook coming in there from Supernova on the Franco. But the flicker, equally impressive from Devoid as he managed to avoid that damage.
Oh, G7 Esports, if you want to pick up the dubs here, you need to finish this game early.
Yeah. Oh, there's the engagement here. Onto Nairo. He's taken down. Gushin comes in with a combo, dashes back to safety, but he's gonna get slowed down. But he uses the retribution to escape. As Alice is trying to chase him, Jojo is moving with some speed and a little bit of precision. Alice going in and out, and so it was a marksman for marksman exchange. No, marksman for roam exchange.
Yeah, so just past the 2-minute mark. Gold slightly in favor of Hexcore as well. The first turtle of the match is up as we do see the engagement onto Sunjin. Can't do it.
That's right, he just ate the whole Rough Waves combination, turns around, and then just kills the Kadita. And they're going in for more. It's going to be Franco taken down as there's the tank killer combo coming out from the Gushin. He manages to take down the Uranus and response, but the kill's going definitely the way of Hexcore as well as the Roar.
Ironhide, the first turtle of the match did go in favor of Hexcore. Yeah, bro, but I'm looking at this, right? Hexcore with that sustain and the double revitalize. G7 Esports definitely needs to respect this.
And the Bloody Hunt comes out with the Rough Waves as they just blow up that mage, the Kadita, full combo in from the Gushin. Oh my goodness, he used the second skill a little bit too early, so he's gonna get taken down, punished for going in like that. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say Raw. I think maybe I'm the one who needs the Simba Chippy.
Why he wants a Simba Chippy? But bro, look at this Angela, right? Having 3 of the 4 kills for the side of Hexcore already. What an Angela.
The Heart Guard comes on doing what Angela's should do best. Look at that, right? Uranus goes in, eats up the full combination there from the side of G7, and then one Heart Guard later, and he's back into the mix. He's almost back to full health once more. Nolan gets the pick of kill onto Hanabi. This is going to be... This is why we say this is a sustain meta. Having this many sustained heroes, it's so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, and especially if you're not going to be picking up the anti-heals early on, but this is the question, right? I know the anti-heal doesn't stack, so which hero would you want to have the anti-heal when it comes into the team fights?
Kadita definitely with an anti-heal. Oh, there's the engagement here onto the Hanabi on the top lane as Alice goes in out of the turret, but the turret takes down Alice, but it did create the space. There's more action here happening in the mid lane. Uranus once more just we're saying Sujin can't do it, but Sujin is doing it here on the Uranus, just forcing everybody back. As the third, I won't say Raw, I will say Ironside.
As we do see the first crack coming in from Badang onto the Uranus, but this Uranus has the hard guard. Angela into the mix. Tyree just barely escaping with the Badang.
How do you stop this? He's like a moving tank.
Literally. I mean, and as soon as the Alice is also going to come online with that lifesteal that she's got, bro, this is this is going to be a tough one for G7.
Agreed. So, Nolan starting off this iron side. As I saying the chat is around, there's a bloody hunt coming through, but it's going to be the fracture in as Gushin goes in, but once more the sustains are there, the heals coming out, double kill going the way of Lamunga on that Gushin.
Yeah, that fracture coming in from the Nolan. Bro, this Nolan is a pesky hero.
Yeah, he is. He's got like in terms of single target damage, he has like a crazy amount. I know the fracture does a bit of AoE damage, but when he lands a full combo onto single target like this, for instance, right? He goes in, the Aegis gets popped, he turns around and is just dishing out the damage. The Retri comes in just to get that maybe 100 true damage to secure the kill. And once more, I mean, Jojo. He's not even having a nicest time here trying to even take his own farm. And they're probably going to give it to the Alice. Because if Alice gets a blue buff, she's going to be deadly. Oh, there's the first crack combination. They managed to take down that Angelo was causing so much a problem. But Doug throwing out the first there. But Uranus once more. Alice secures the kill. It's going to be Khadija. She pops the rough waves. But the repositioning from Devoid on the Leslie, he turns around, gets a bit of poke damage, but the hook bloody hunt onto the Uranus with the help of the turret, and Hanabi manages to finally take him down.
Oh, what a quality coming in as we do see the engagement is on to Vague 2.0. Will they be able to catch the Alice here? As we do see Jojo with the Gushin. Oh, but Alice stays it as we do see the hook onto Leslie. Will they be able to catch her? No. X-Score just so mobile.
Oh, Alice, go back into the fight with the hard crash. She pops the ultimate. She knows there's no rough waves. She wants to go in. Oh, the rough waves did come out. I thought the rough wave wasn't going to be back up again, but Poison did have that rough waves, uses it defensively to escape. So, John Raya, I agree with you, right? This Alice, Uranus Angela combo is just, it's mental.
We do see that the Dung is currently protecting the Hanabi here in the top lane to get that turret. So G7 Esports finally gets a turret in favor of them. But Hexcore just responds with another objective. The third and final Iron Hide has awakened. And we'll see that final turtle dance. Or are they going to allow this turtle to turn into, well, the first roar of the match?
Oh, but Dangi should be taken down. It's gonna be the ultimate snipe coming through. As Hanabi's trying to do something, and Gushin's going into the combination. Oh, but the hook, and it's going to be the Leslie taken down as they're chasing Nairo. Nairo is going to be a return kill in the mix here, but Khadija trying to do some poke damage on Uranus, but how do you poke a Uranus or an Alice? They're walking from, they're like, hot god, who needs hot god?
Bro, the sustain is too much. It is so much, it's hurting my eyes, to be honest, right? Why haven't we seen more of this? Like this combination that Hexcore has brought up here. I mean, 2 tanks, bro. It's escape coming back and then, get the return kills.
Yeah, like I'm just looking at the live chat here. Induced Divi, Don Rayo, Avagon, Cape Town Rockers, all talking about this combination they've been seeing in rank and how deadly it is. It's the first time, as you pointed out quite correctly, Skowski, that we're getting to see this this is an extreme sustain combination in the 5-man scene. There's the first track onto the Uranus, he's gonna get engaged, but look at the hot god, it comes out. Alice is into the backline, rough waves is there, the hook comes through, they're gonna be going on to the Khadita's taken down as once more that Uranus with the hot god, he is gonna be taken down by Jojo's on a killing spree on that Gushin, and Ironside has turned into the roar as Tiare is going to be chased down, but gets the time to escape.
So the first roar battle would be up shortly as we do see Lamunga gets the kill onto Nairo. Hanabi falling to the fracture.
Raw has been started here by the Leslie. She's just trying to get that passive proc, giving time for Lamunga to make the movement across. Throws out that fracture very, very nice and early here just to make sure that they're gonna secure this objective. Franco will try to throw a hook, just maybe half a second too late.
As well, we do see Uranus is into the mix, baiting out the skills coming in from G7 Esports, but taking it as well. As we do see the pull and hook onto Leslie as Kadita picks up the kill. The first Lord of the match will be storming in the bot lane.
The engagement, Jojo, he tries to take down Uranus. Uranus turns around, monster kill going the way of the Nolan. The Raw is pushing up here, but Dunk trying to stop it from charging into the tier 2 turret. Oh, but there's the hook. The follow-up combination, but the hot gun once more. Will the wall be there enough to provide the CC? Yes, it is. Angela is in the mix with Alice as well. Alice just trying to sustain to the front, and there's the rough guards coming on. Angela's gonna reposition. She's probably gonna throw out a second skill to DC up that Kadita has been CC'd. The Roar making its way. We should see the shield pop, but Hanabi is just trying to keep it alive for the time being. The shield has been popped. Hanabi is one of the fastest wave clearers you get, but she needs so much to come online.
Oh, as we do see the wall coming in from Badung. They did catch the Angela, but she's still alive. But the focus is on to Vague 2.0 as Alice is taken down. The ultimate slide from Leslie takes down Badung. Oh no, Angela steals it. Gets a double kill on the Angela. Oh, just sliding off the mark. Godlike for Nolan. I wanted to mention, right, Nolan, when the Lord was up, he was split pushing and getting that pressure onto the top lane. And G7 was just ignoring that pressure that he was putting there.
He was. He definitely did ignore the pressure that was there. But he came in at just the right time, and nice fast fingers there from Lumunga on that Nolan, managing to escape the rough waves coming in from the Kadita. And Tammy Love 63 on the Angela. She just pushed a tier 3 turret.
Tammy Love is definitely doing a good job with this Angela, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, so Tammy loves the Angela play. There's a bit down with the first crack here. As the rough waves comes on, it's gonna be a full-on combination. Nolan with the fracture, the bloody hunt into the backline. Leslie hits that ultimate snipe. Oh my goodness, she takes down the Franco. Everybody, this is gonna be a disaster here in the top lane. The base is gonna be cracked open. The minion wave has spawned, but it's just Jojo left alive to try to defend this. He's gonna try to land the combination onto the Leslie. Leslie repositions. He needs to clear the wave. Leslie trying to focus onto the base, but they need to be a bit careful. There's just one more minion. Leslie, does she have the damage? It's going to be cushion. He manages to clear the wave, but another wave is coming in, and it's going to be Hex Core taking us into a third.
Yeah, into the sudden death round we go. You know, we love the sudden death matches. I mean, that's all for nothing, pretty much, when it comes to those sudden death rounds. But GG's Vague 2.0 with the Alice picking up the MVP for the side of Hexcore, and Franco Supernova picking up the MVP for the side of G7 Esports. Will we be seeing those respect bands coming in from G7 Esports into
the next game? Yeah, well, let's get to see. I would personally, right, I'd be like, if I was on the side of G7 Esports, I'd be like, no Uranus, no Alice, no Angela, gone. That's like another level of sustain. What do you say, Lotus?
I definitely agree with you there, and I think G7 Esports could have maybe picked a bit more suitable heroes. Instead of a Hanabi, maybe go for the carry. Instead of a Kadita, go for the Lilia, because those are some of the indirect and direct counters to some of the sustain, because then you have the ability to take down the sustainable heroes, but it's just better to ban them out.
Yeah. As Gun buys, I don't know if he's making a real declaration of love here. Could this be a proposal on live stream?
My kiss.
I'm teasing, I'm teasing.
But into the drafting phase we go, as we do see Alice gets banned out and Glue as well. G7 removing the Camilla from the equation as well. So not looking for that heavy crowd control and, well, sustain as well. Hexcore with a response and banning out Hayabusa.
Hayabusa, as we mentioned before on the stream, is a 50-50 right now, especially in the MSA. I mean, there was that damage reduction in one of his skills, but Nolan getting banned out by the side of G7 Esports. That Nolan was with the split pushes in the previous match was crazy.
Yeah, well, look, both teams are definitely respecting one another's specs and draft and combos. So very curious to see how this third and final match will play out with the combos. As Sunjun can't do it, bans out the carry. So it seems like X-Core would be wanting to go for that same combination. So potentially we will see the Angela first pick as Supernova removes Uranus from the pick of X-Core.
That was a good choice coming out from the side of G7. They could not allow Hexcore to pick up the hero Uranus again, because if they did, they might be facing another loss.
I'm bored.
Oh, May 2.0 goes for the Gwen. Tammy Love did go with Angela as expected. So Angela, Tammy Love, 63, definitely had a beautiful match in the previous match. But Jojo picks up Zeti. And look, this is a different lineup as Tyray picks up the Diggy. Oh my word. Support heroes into the mix, double revitalized for the side of G7 Esports. My question is Hexcore going to do the same here?
I mean, that is definitely an option. Sungjin can do it. Currently showing the Chang'e. We don't see Chang'e often these days in the MSA, but she's so good when it comes to wave clearing, and sometimes if no one's looking, even split pushing. What do you think about this one?
Well, look, Changi is like one of the. I don't play mid lane, and she's one of the few that I actually do play when I get stuck in mid lane. But look, the Changi is actually good, especially when it comes to stealing objectives and packing a punch. But Sunjun can't do it. That pick up the Granger and bans out the Aerothel. So the counter to Granger. I mean, but you still have other counters as well. High mobilities like the Brodies, etc.
And maybe even a Harris, I'd say.
Yes.
I guess.
It is situational, but Harris is crazy. Oh, beautiful ban coming in from G7 Esports. I have to that's a beautiful ban. Fredrin, especially with an Angela, it's crazy. Fredrin is definitely one of the meta heroes in the jungle. He's slept upon in many combinations in this new patch.
That is true. The only problem with Virgin is he's slow. His skills and everything are strong, it's buff, but he's just way too slow at times. But 1-1 getting banned out from the side of Hexcore.
No protection from
That anti-heal hero Baxia being the final ban for the side of G7 Esports as Lamunga picks up the YSS. Bryzol does pick up the Harris, so yeah, there you go. You had it. You chose it. Harris into the mix.
Well, we did see Poisio using Harith last night against Equilibrium, and he played he or she played extremely well.
Nice recovery there, Lotus. As Nairo picks up Lucas for the side of G7E Sports. T-Void with the final pick. It is only the mage that needs to be picked up for the side of Hexcore.
There are already two potential good combos coming out from Hexcore. The Angela and the Yi Sunjin, the Angela and the Guinevere, potentially also the Alpha. I'm not a fan when an Angela ults a marksman, but sometimes it actually works depending on how fit the marksman is.
Well, I'm just looking at this draft here. That means that Guinevere will then be in the mid lane. Yeah, a bit unconventional, but look, Gwen, she's strong. She's strong, especially if she gets her combos. Devoid picking up Ruby. So that does conclude the final draft in this Game 2 Best of 3 series between G7 Esports and Hexcore. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, get your final votes in. Who will take this sudden death round? I see it. The votes are still 50-50 for both sides. It's no one can decide. Seems like it.
On the edge of their seats.
I just need to step away quickly. I'll be back. Just give me a second.
Okay. Right. It's hard to tell even between the drafts, though the Diggy pick. In the MSC, there was a Diggy Bruno combination that was being played that did actually manage to win. So Diggy potentially could be seeing some light of day, because we know whenever the pros use anything, eventually we will start to see everybody start using something. Like remember when Layla was just like the ultimate troll pick, and then suddenly it was used in the M series, and everyone's like Layla everywhere, Layla for days.
Well, that is true, and Dicky is actually a pretty good hero. The first time I really acknowledged the hero was in the M5 series. There was this player using the Diggy. His name was Sao, but he played the hero so well and managed to kill so many people. There was a meme about it calling it so much pain.
Yeah, I do love a good Diggy play. I'm not gonna lie, that the time journey there, it can save you from a lot of CC, so it's would work really nicely, especially considering there's a Ruby and the Gwen. So whenever it hits that Violet Requiem, Diggy's gonna be saving the time journey for that. It's the ultimate counter to CC, except for suppression, of course.
I wouldn't say that is true because I did not know that. That's the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go.
So some gold claim action happening here as both the jungles rotating here, trying to get that level 4 up and running. As Lucas the gold crab does go the way of Lumunga, as the side of G7 have to go a little bit on the retreat. They don't have the front liner, poke damage coming in from the Harrod. He's dashing around, the Revitalize being popped by the Diggy, just to stay safe. There's a Mountain Shocker coming in from the YSS. However, Lucas, he's into the backline. He wants to go full in. The damage comes out. They're gonna have to retreat. Angela just escaping by the skin of her teeth.
Yeah, so first hurdle of the match, Ironhide will awaken in the next 5 seconds. No first blood just yet. Gold is still fairly even. So let's see how this one is going to play out.
Yeah, so Alpha buys. I do agree with you that the Granger is going to have a hard time, especially with the Diggy in there. You got that second skill, can pull you back, and Harrod is a counter. There's the engagement here. Supernova once more wants to chase that Angela away, but oh my goodness, it's going to be the Violet Requiem. Hexcore with first blood. Uranus doesn't have the damage after that nerf to his damage, but I mean, that's not really why you want Uranus. Oh, Diggy respawns, he's back into the mix, and the mountain. Oh, sorry, I got so excited there with the Mountain Shocker. I got shocked.
No problem, bro. I mean, Diggy just unfortunate to respawn in that Mountain Shocker, as we do see the beast form from Nairo on Lucas. Unleash the beast onto Devoid. Hard guard is onto Lumunga. YSS would be able to survive this, as we do see Guinevere is being chased by the Lucas. They do catch her, and she is taken down.
Lucas' damage quite insane in the early part of the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lucas, it does scale nicely. It's just that energy bar that got nerfed. I mean, it doesn't allow him to, well, get those extra damage onto his combos. But I mean, look, Lucas is still a very good pick, and especially when that beast, Unleash the Beast, comes out. I mean, that does pack a hefty mystical beast power.
Yes, it does indeed. So some poke damage here onto the Granger. He turns around with the Death Sonata as Angela just stands up the Diggy. There's the time journey there just to provide the extra bit of shield. Oh, but Diggy, frontline a bit there, too much, gets taken down. The Zappin Force comes in from the Harrod. However, there's a bit of control into the mix as it's the Guinevere taken down. Lucas just on a triple. Is that a maniac? Lucas is a maniac in the gold lane. 4-minute maniac. 4 minutes, 4 kills. He did get taken down, right? But I mean, come on.
I mean, that tier 1 turret in the bot lane was like, GG's on your maniac, but I've got the surprise for you. I've got you in my sight and you are taken down.
In the scope, in the line of fire, but I mean, oh, there's the Zappin Force coming out, dancing around, using the combination so nicely, takes down Tammy Love. That's a nice pickup onto the Angelo with just 3 seconds to go. Revitalize comes out from Uranus. He manages to survive through all of this, avoids the Fire Requiem. Zetchian here just to support the Uranus. We're just healing back up. He's just chasing everybody away. The Hot God has come out onto the Ruby. She's gonna try to turn around, but Uranus trying to create the space here for Lucas to secure this iron side, but there's the engagement now. The time journey is through. The follow-up section, it's the fury of the Phoenix. Everybody's going in here. Lucas pops the unleash the beast, and he is gone beast mode. 2 for 1 kills. They're going in favor of G7 Esports. Oh, but shit. With the damage, take it down, Lamanga.
Yeah, so at the 5.5 minute mark, G7 Esports has the 5 kill advantage, as well as a stomping 3.8k gold lead, as well as the map control having a tier 1 turret in favor of them. Oh, we do see that flicker coming in from Granger. Violet Requiem coming in from Vague 2.0 as Guinevere does finish off Nairo.
Yeah. But will they be able to secure this tier 1 turret? Yes, they do in the mid lane. Jojo with the flicker back to safety. Big 2.0 going into the mix. Ruby frontlining for the team, trying to sustain through all of this. It's as Cape Town Rockers said, it's fighting fire with fire, sustain with sustain. 2 of the top tier XP laners right now in the battle. There's a knock up onto Uranus. The time journey does come out, being baited, but oh, look at the Herald. He gets the Zappin Force up, but the Revitalize and heals from the Angela. Ruby, she's frontlining. There's a double Revitalize. Uranus into the mix as well. As the Hot God comes in onto the Ruby. She's trying to CC everybody up. Nice Requiem jumping by the Guinevere. The Fury of the Phoenix just not providing enough CC, but Lucas, he's returned from the dead with a vengeance. He gets a return kill for the side of G7 Esports, but it's 2-1 kills in the favor of Hexcore.
So much sustain, bro, from both teams. That's crazy. I was like wondering there who is going to come out here. But Diggy not having a very fun time though, I have to say. Yeah, just unfortunately, but Diggy does provide that extra vision, especially with his traps.
Yeah. It's one of those skills that does provide vision as well as damage, so it's quite a nice skill to have. Though it's not like very, very long, but I mean, some vision is better than no vision.
As the third and final turtle is taken down in favor of G7 Esports. YSS and Uranus just having a fun tea time in the bot lane.
Yeah. We're having a battle of their own. But the map control now is on the side of G7 Esports. Can they translate this into some tier 2 turrets? Uranus seems to have that idea in mind. He's getting it pushed. He doesn't really have the damage. Oh, he finds the jump in from the Guinevere. He's getting some poke damage. He wants to go in from the Granger, but Granger with those Death Sonatas just forcing the Uranus back. Mid lane wave being pushed in. It's still 80 seconds to go for the Roar. Oh, look at this from the Herald. He's starting to dish out the damage. We just put the bulls up online really, really quickly. As Ruby with the arm offended. Hard guard on there. But Gwen goes in with a jump in time journey, saving everybody. Ruby trying to throw in some CCs, but that time journey keeping everybody alive. Ruby's a little bit low, but she doesn't have the body to sustain. Mountain Shocker into the backline. YSS, he's trying to take out Jojo. He gets a double kill there, Lumonga, and he manages to get out. Will he be able to return? He throws out a shot. He's going in. Gets a triple kill for the YSS. He avoids the damage from the Lucas, but Lucas throws out that unleash the beast. Oh, he turns around, kills the Granger Uranus onto the Angela. So that's a 4-4-3 exchange. But I would compliment Lamunga there on the YSS plays. We did get a triple kill in the backline.
Yeah, G7 just ignoring him onto the back line. But, Waste Curse nearly kicked in as the Guinevere does take down the Uranus. Nearly catching YSS.
Yeah, it just goes to show my curses are not as powerful as Scarpscape.
So, first roar of the match is spawned, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to come down. Who's going to take this first lord of the match? You know, if X-Core could take it, they could return the just release the pressure that G7 Esports is currently putting onto them. But let's see how this one does play out. Both teams will be... Ooh, YSS gets the kill onto Zetian in the bot lane.
What a pickoff. Oh, but there's Seven Force coming in from the hell. YSS trying to escape, use a retribution for that little bit of movement speed. He knows that he might have the opportunity to get things delayed. Gets a little bit back to safety, but here we see this Diggy bombing everything, going a little bit kamikaze, like a small bird terrorist.
So Shroomsy pops into the chat asking, is everyone ready to see Immortal Order get hashtag deleted? Bro, we've got faith in the team. You will put up a good performance and show. So as we do see the engagement onto YSS, Mountain Shocker off the mark, hard guard onto Devoid, but the Ruby, she is sustaining through everything. Uranus is just in her face.
And they're going in onto the Uranus rail so low. There's a Violent Requiem coming in. The time journey was there, but the continuation of the fight, Zetian dishing out the damage, hits the Fury of the Phoenix. What a Fury of the Phoenix was that! Oh my goodness, tier 2 turret in the mid lane will be taken down. Roar is there making its way up. And Ruby just trying to make sure the shield is still available. Oh, but Zetian forces it back. No shield. Roar is going to charge. It's going to pop into that the mid lane here. But taking that turret down to half health. But this is where lack of MM comes into play. Mountain Shocker comes out. Time Journey is in there, providing the extra shield with the extra shield that comes in from the Zappin Force. Second skill from the Harrod. So it almost looked like he had a full health bar of shield. A shield bar.
Bro, this is I feel if Granger was into the mix, it would have changed the entire outcome of that fight. But G7 Esports gets the objective and gets a tier 3 turret in favor of them. And, well, all the shields have been popped, but I mean, the shields are going to dissipate in any case now in the next few seconds. So, just before the 12-minute mark, G7 Esports has the gold lead and a 4-kill advantage as they take down the final tier 2 turret.
So a lot of pressure being placed here into the mid lane. YSS going for the split push here, as the wave being pulled very nicely by the Angela Granger. They just pulled it slightly to the side just to create a bit of space. Oh, but Uranus, he's going in aggressively. It's going to get controlled up by the Angela. Flicker comes out, but there's the revitalizers as Uranus, time journey. Look at the shield coming through. Oh, the Zappin Force, and once again Zetian with the Fury of the Phoenix. Lucas frontlining for the team. They finally take down Devoid, but the engagement continues. Everyone is a bit low. Oh, we see them retreat. I think Poisold has different ideas. He's like, I don't want to retreat. I want to fight some more.
Aerith does do the damage though, but I mean, look at this, right? Uranus is staying in everyone's faces, just allowing Aerith and Zetian to go heal up and, well, potentially come in and take another tier 3 turret.
Wave is pushing in there. It's still just under 30 seconds to go for the next draw. The G7 Esports have a nice angle in. Oh, Granger, he gets stunned up. He has to flicker away. The Zappin Force didn't come in, but he manages to stay safe. This Surgeon can't do it. Oh, but the Mountain Shocker onto the Harrod. Harrod sustaining once again. Angela tries to control him up, but he's got that shield. The Roar is up in 5 seconds. We will expect to see G7 Esports disengage and start that Roar.
Yeah, So second roar of the match will be up hard onto YSS as we do see the revitalizing spot from Uranus. But just saying, you can't take me down. I'm a tanky boy.
Yeah. Really, really difficult to do that. As the Raw has been started up, Lucas and Parrot just dishing out the damage. Managed to take it down. Oh, there's the engagement here as they take down the Diggy, but the follow-up is in from G70's, but Lucas dishing it out here. They're chasing down. It's even the Ruby. Somehow, everybody is still alive in the matter. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off. Diggy is chasing this Angela, yeah, just giving the vision. Angela wants to heal, she can't recall. As Uranus takes down, it's gonna be a 4. Well, make that 4-for-1 exchange. The base is wide open. Granger is gonna try to recall, but I think this is too much of a minion wave. The Roar is there as well. This could be the ending angle that G7 Esports needs. They want to chase down the Lucas, but the base is melted down by the minion wave. Game, set, match, going the way of G7 Esports.
Victory!
GG's well, yeah, GG's well played to both teams, but yeah, G7 Esports just being the better team here. I have to say, Lucas changed everything in this match as Lucas did pick up the MVP for the side of G7 Esports, 12-2-6, and Lamunga with the YSS, but. Without further ado, we will be getting into the next matchup. It will be Equilibrium up against Immortal Order. So best of luck to our co-caster, Streamsy, and his team. Will they be able to get a W onto Equilibrium, or will Equilibrium stay undefeated here on the Waylander Gaming channel?
So we're just gonna have the pause screen up for you for just a bit. We'll be back within the next, I'd say, maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll have the stream up and running and ready for all of you guys. We'll be back very shortly. everybody, and welcome back to the stream. Thank you all for tuning in to watch. It's a pleasure, as always, having you with us. We're going to be heading into the drafting phase very, very soon. I actually should have the poll up. See how delayed I am to do this year.
This is the final match. Well, final series in the evening. It is Equilibrium up against Immortal Order. Juju MC with the first ban for the side of Equilibrium.
I mean, this is the one match that I'm pretty sure everyone's been looking forward to. The amazing Equilibrium, but also versus the amazing Immortal Order. Immortal Order is just one of those teams that a lot of people also look up to with key figures.
As the EQ does ban out the Aurora.
Aurora, pretty good ban, especially considering that it's one of Angelic Fury's best mages. But Aurora in itself is also that good CC and AoE. But the only problem is the delay on her skills. Angelic Fury coming up with the next ban for the side of her team. Might also be going for a Spectrum, but goes for the Uranus ban. Hello? It went as quiet as 100 houses for a second.
We were seeing what you're gonna do if we stayed silent. It was like a game of hide and seek.
Hope will find a way.
Nervous thought you might have lagged out. But no, I was teasing. I was just responding to Don Ryo in the chat. We asked who won the previous game, so I was just saying, this was the victory. So it's going to be Jakes who bans out the next ban, I would say, coming in for Immortal Order. This is a very important time in the game. For those of you tuning in to watch, I'm quite interested in hearing some predictions. What do you think is going to be the next bans coming up? What do you think is going to be the next ban coming up, Lotus?
I would say either a Hayabusa or a Moskov.
I actually
from the side of Immortal Order.
Oh, they decide to go
But they go for the Lancelot.
Yeah, the Lancelot. Start Ryo is trolling you and the Scarf. He's like, thanks me, but no thanks to Scarf and Lotus for not answering any questions when he asked who won. Funny.
My mic was very, very, very funny. I was talking and then, no feedback, you know?
I cannot go into the live chat or respond to anything in the live chat, so sorry, no.
Okay, is that the lens trying coming out with the net?
Equilibrium definitely hard banning Angelic Fury here.
Be mage bans. Not often you get to see something like that.
Now my question is, right?
Yeah.
you don't know this, right?
Don't say you're gonna throw me with something.
Yeah, this is good. This is deliberate. Every time you're about to speak, we're timing you because we can see on the screen. No, we get the sentence out. Get the sentence out.
Now my question, right? The question that I've been asking, EQ, they normally ban the Matilda, right? I know Shroomsy does have Matilda in the arsenal. Now, the question is, will IO pick up the Matilda though? I mean, just to try and get that mobility onto the backline. Look, the Immortal Order definitely has a very difficult task at hand. But I've got trust in the boys to put up a good fight against EQ as Juju has the first pick. And Malice picks up the YSS.
He's sounding pretty strong right now, and I think Equilibrium is doing a good thing by picking him first. But what could Immortal Order do to counter him?
Lotus. There's so many heroes that you can pick up. Alright, you can go for a sustain comp. especially with the focus being onto the mage. You know, this is going to be different. Jadora in the house. Welcome to the stream, bro. And yeah, thank you for picking up a membership. So thank you for the support onto our channel. As Angelic Fury is showing us Zetian and does pick up Zetian. Jakes picks up CC for the side of Immortal Order.
Two signature picks for the side of Immortal Order. Juju MC currently showing us the Kadita. His Kadita previous night was quite lethal, so seeing it again, I think the viewers would love to see that. We love to see getting the next pick for the side of Equilibrium.
EQ definitely has a strong draft at this point, as Velocity, as we know him, gestrongd easy in our community. Picking up the Chow roam is, he can be a menace. Definitely be a pesky menace.
That is true. Muffin getting the next pick for the side of Immortal Order, and then we will go into the second draft banning phase. You might probably switch out, seeing that he is the jungler for the side of Immortal Order. So maybe switch out with the marksman, maybe.
Well, I think they will be holding up onto that, as Muffin does pick up Lucas for the side of Immortal Order. Lucas currently had a very good match, and I mean, Lucas showed you what he does against the YSS in G7 Esports up against Hexcore. So for those of you that did miss that, Don Ryo here, especially for you on the chat, G7 Esports took it 2-1. Okay? There you can say. I at least answered your question, which I previously did answer, but my mic was being buggy.
Excuses.
Postponement loan currently.
Excuses. What did you say, Lotus? Excuses.
I agree with you. Stop using Cassandra's favorite word. However, Muscon is getting banned out by the side of Immortal Order.
Cassandra's favorite word. Why are you bringing your mother into the here?
Because I was talking to her a little bit earlier about the current stream for tonight. Some of the two greatest teams in our server, Equilibrium versus Immortal Order. But so I was just thinking about her favorite say word when you said it.
I will have a chat with your mom after the stream. As Kalia Kalia got banned off from the side of EQ. Oshroomsy with a final ban for the side of Immortal Order in this first matchup against Equilibrium. It's going to be a best of 3. Super excited. Super duper excited.
I would agree with you there. Maybe another marksman ban? Or an XP lane ban?
Well, it is difficult. You can't really focus your bans onto Shady. Shady has a large hero pool, so I mean, anything can happen, as we do see Shroomsy does ban out Granger. So, beautiful draft coming in here from Immortal Order, especially with their bans. EQ focusing on to IO's mage, Angelic Fury. Go Captain.
I mean, why target ban Angelic Fury? But hey, we all have. There's always a method to the madness and a madness to the method. Super Shady getting the last ban for the side of Equilibrium. Who will he be going for? Maybe target banning Oshroomsy this time. Minotaur is still open. You do not want to deal with Oshroomsy's Minotaur.
Always on the way.
Oh, there we go. Matilda getting banned out. So, Postpone Malone will be in the XP lane and Oshroomsy will be on the roam. So let's see. This is get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. I only see 7 votes. Are you waiting for the draft to conclude first before you put in the votes? Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And yeah, thank you for the support. Thank you for joining.
Well, you can't blame them for wanting to look at the drafts first because you don't want to blindly vote on a team. No matter how strong the team is, sometimes they are also working around the draft that they have.
Look, postpone. Is this a potential lag out? Oh, Shrooms are picking up Kufra for the side of Immortal Order.
Kufra can work. I was hoping to see a Minotaur, but Kufra can work. Good substitute.
Why did you need to phrase it like that? Oh my word.
What did he say?
So Don Rayo asked, right, can Shroomsy play Kamala? And so I responded, I don't think Angelic will let him play with her. You can read into that what you will, right? I'm not saying how you interpret the sentence, just saying what my opinion is.
Super Shady going with the Harris and Super Light picking up Arlot in the XP lane. Ooh, postpone Malone, you're going to face an Arlot, my friend. Let's see what you are going to postpone Malone with further. No. You can't report me
She'll be done
for
with her
dirty-minded
hair.
thoughts. I didn't have any dirty-minded thoughts. I was just asking a question. Why did he phrase it that way? That's all I asked, man. That's all I asked. But okay.
What would prompt
Let's
you to
go.
ask that question? Scott, what would prompt you to ask that question unless it is a dirty mind?
No, there was no dirty thoughts there involved. I promise you that. Lotus. As postponed, Malone picks up Erethel.
Erethel versus Harris? That would be interesting to see.
All right, so this does conclude the draft. This is the first match in the best of 3 series between Immortal Order and Equilibrium. Let's go. Get your votes in right now. Hit that subscribe button and hit the share button. Let's get everyone into the live stream. This is the final match, actually, of the, phase 1 of the MSA Cup. Immortal Order and Equilibrium will definitely end us off on a high note.
Yeah. So just to go with answer your question there, Lotus. Yeah, the Harith up against the Erethel. That's one of those 50-50-ish kind of matches, because they're both really strong, and they deal with each other quite nicely. But I would say in a matchup like that, it comes down a lot to individual skills.
Well, we do know how strong both of these gold laners are on this specific lane. So it's not only going to be the two heroes versus each other, it's also going to be these two players versus each other indirectly.
Yeah, exactly that. It's well, when you're on the side lanes, there is a decent amount of time that you're gonna spend having to, 1v1. Shroomsy on the Kufra though. Kufra is a very nice pick into this lineup. I like the thought process here. There's a nice camp out from the mid lane duo from Equilibrium. They want to get onto the mage. They know that if you put a lot of pressure on the mid lane, it can make life a little bit easier. Oh, there's going to be the Reshi battle starting up, but the engagement onto ISS is going to disappear. It's a 3v2 situation as they continue to fight onto Cho. Everybody is taken down a little bit low, but it's going to be Litho taken by Muffin. Muffin has quite a nice Reshi on him, I must admit.
I would agree with you there. But I also see the change in Equilibrium's playstyle from the previous match we saw them tonight. They're not as aggressive versus Immortal Order. I think that's also because they respect this team a lot, because everyone knows how strong Immortal Order is as well.
Yeah. Once again, the positioning from Shroomsy, beautifully done there. Oh, Alec wants to engage. They're chasing down the wires as he has to use the Mountain Shocker to escape. They unleash the beast, but what a block coming in from Velocity on the Cho, keeping his teammate alive. Beautifully done there by the side of Immortal Order. My goodness, impressive from him in the early part of the game.
That was crazy, and these plays coming out from the Kufra, and yes, that is unbiasedly spoken. This is gonna be one amazing match. However, Super Shady does get the first blood onto Erthal.
Yeah, that was an overstay there by Postpone Malone that caused that little bit of chaos. You can't stay in like that against a Harith, because he's got that first skill of his that does so much of damage. Arlott trying to frontline, going in onto the Kufra. The turtle has been reset. Oh, once again, there's a camp out on the top lane. They're just focusing very hard onto the gold lane. Right now is the side of Equilibrium, but this is a free turtle. They traded that off. They traded the turtle. Over there's the engagement here onto the Cho. Way of the Dragon onto Shroomsy. He does manage to land there's a curtain call to the backline, but Zetian sets up with the Fury of the Phoenix. However, the damage dealers have been taken out. Lucas has been removed from the equation. CC trying to disengage. That's a 2-for-0 exchange going the way of EQ. So the very positive start from the side of Immortal Order has been melted.
Unfortunately, however, there is the gold gap of 1,800. But Immortal Order is still playing well right now, not sacrificing just too much, especially versus Equilibrium.
Yeah. Oh, there's engagement to Irithel once more. Cho. We have the dragon underneath the turret. They do take down Shroomsy. The hunt is on. Zabanforce will come up from the Harith. But look at the positioning of the skills from Shady there. As underneath the turret, double kill. He will take a bit of turret damage, but that shield coming in absolutely clutch. Keeping the Harith alive. He's being patient. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to let this wave go. I don't think it's gonna play against him. As the scout out was in there, uses the Zavin Force as well. Nice cooldown on it, so you can use it to clear the wave. Meanwhile, the Super Light is into the mix, putting a lot of pressure here into the jungle. As he is just trying to delay Cho joining up here. As Muffin secures his buff, they're going in here onto the Arlott. Zestian hits the Fury of the Phoenix. Arlott's melted. Double quick time there, but Shroomsy's the one who picks up the kill on the Kufra. His passive proccing. Petita wants to go in. She hits the rough waves. Angelic Fury. Oh, but look at the way of the dragon follow up from the Cho. Beautifully done. Zabin Force. Nice rotation coming in from Shroomsy, from Shady as he gets the mega kill. So 7-1 kills in favor of EQ at this moment in time. Immortal Order and under a lot of pressure.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure that they can also turn this pressure around. They just have to slow down the game a bit, because Equilibrium is now starting to show that the regular aggression that they have in their previous matches, and Vila TZ is just zoning out this Kufra the entire time.
Yeah, he's very, very deadly on the Cho, I must admit. One of the better Chos I've seen. I can't say the best Cho, right? Because the best Cho I've seen is General Cho.
I mean, it's in the name.
Yeah, it's in the name. But that's just my opinion, right? I'm sure everyone has an opinion about this. There's the engagement onto Kufra. Kufra hits the Tyrant Strat there, only onto the Arlott. He's bouncing around. Way of the Dragon onto Kufra. Everybody's being zoned away. There's the Fury of the Phoenix. They're going in. Super Shady. He gets taken out. It's a shutdown, kill the blast, but the payback is coming through here. It's gonna be the rough waves combination as they blow up 3, so it's a 3-for-1 exchange overall. But yeah, it's going to be Postponed Malone. He wants to go in. He pops the ultimate. Arlott dancing around. Irithel wants to go in there, but deciding against it. Mid lane turret has been secured during this intense battle there in the mid lane.
Good decision from Erithel to not chase that kill. If Postpone Malone did, then he would definitely have died. That name is a bit too long for a player. Postpone Malone.
Yeah. So Gun Ryo is agreeing with me that General Cho is the best Cho, and Frank. Yeah, he's very deadly on that Cho. It's crazy how Tyrant's wrapped here onto Super Light. It's a final slash. Nicely done by Super Light. He manages to disengage, but there's Kadita with the stuns. She does have the rough wave. Uses it now. They want to do the damage onto Shroopsy. It's going to be a 2-for-nothing exchange. Muffin, he goes in a 1v5 situation, but he's going to get CC'd up. Not even a Fury of the Phoenix is enough to be able to keep him alive. And during all of this, we do see that Harold pushing.
I mean, that's what you expect from the gold laner, especially when your team is in a good advantage right now. But if Immortal Order wants to beat this, they either have to learn to split up EQ by splitting up themselves, or they have to go into that full 5-man rotation to protect each other.
Tito manages to disengage there, but there was a kill onto look at the damage output here. I'm trying to say who's dying, right? But people are dying really quickly.
You just can't keep a person just can't keep up with all this damage being dealt out, even from the side of Immortal Order. No matter how much the favors still go into the favor of Equilibrium, Immortal Order is still making sure to get to benefit out of some of the team fights, managing to take down 1 or 2.
Yeah. They are they're doing or making the best of a bad situation right now. It all comes down to, can you survive for long enough? Oh, there's the Fury of the Phoenix, but the engagement was on. We were just watching the final slash coming through. Jake's is continuing with the engagement, escapes the attention of YSS as Muffin wants to come to join in the fight. Pops that Unleash the Beast, but moving as a full 4-man Cho wants to go in there as the YSS does charge up his skill. So with that map control right now, it's going to be difficult for the side of Immortal Order to get out, because there is a bit of a wave freeze here. Jake's just taking a bit of poke damage. There's the engagement, but beautiful counter engage coming in from the Kufra. He's gonna get CC'd up with Way of the Dragon. It's just the gold lead a little bit too much. It was a lovely set coming in from Shroomsy. Equilibrium did not know that he was there. It was sort of a peekaboo jump in there and set them all up. But if you don't have the damage, what are you gonna do? Angelic Fury taking down their mega kill for the Arlot.
Yeah. For Immortal Order right now, they definitely have to stick together, because that was a beautiful engagement from re-engagement from the Kufra, but then there wasn't Muffin or Angelic Fury to help with either the stuns or the damage, especially while the Erythel is struggling right now, 0-6-0 with the KDA.
Agreed. It's a bit of a knock-up onto the Kufra. The continuation here, Cho with the stun. We have the Dragon pulls out, sets in a Fury of the Phoenix. However, it's a roam for roam exchange. Immortal Order, they're on the hunt. They're trying to do something, but this Arlot is just ceasing through everyone, dishing out the damage. Now Harold comes into the mix, throwing out those first skills. Still has the Zavan Force available, but opting not to go for a dive. We will probably see them retreat and start this first roar of the game.
Even going for the roar and the advantage that they have right now with Immortal Order's draft, I don't think they can use this as an ending angle, but at least make sure to take down some of the turrets, especially if they sync up the lanes quite nicely.
Yeah. It's wave management is the name of the game, as you can see. It's whenever you play with Super Shady, I will say his macro and map awareness is on point. He's sort of the general in his team.
Jake's almost getting got up. Yes.
Yeah, Curtain Call comes in with the Way of the Dragon as the curse of Lotus goes on to Jake's there, saying almost, and then he dies.
Okay, but neither your or my curses are effective as Scops can go, so...
Yeah, agreed. It's got some powerful curses. Right in the base, there's the Zavan Force coming out here as a Muffin manages to retreat. The flicker comes away from Shroomsy. There's a tier 3 turret going. It's godlike for the Harrod. The pressure is being placed here as Cho wants to get in here. It does land that on the way of the dragon, but he's gonna get taken down. It's a 1-for-1 exchange so far, but with no Irithel could be problematic. Shroomsy being poked down low. Harrod going in with his Avon Force. Kupra tries to dash in there. It's a killing spree for the YSS. Could this be an ending angle? There seems to be enough minion waves, but Lucas, he's trying to do something. He's trying to force them away. The base is open, all up with the final slash onto the CC Zetchen with the Fury of the Phoenix. The base is wide open. It's one more wave coming through. The rough waves comes up from the Kentita as they take down the Nexus. And first blood being drawn by the side of EQ.
Well played from the side of Equilibrium, and I mean, both teams played well as well. Played actually pretty well. It was just the damage coming out from the side of Equilibrium was just a little bit too much.
Yeah, the goal difference was huge. There were some lovely sets in there, but you can see Immortal Order, unlike other teams, like say for instance Equilibrium as an example, they're very new to the 5-man scene. It's just that they've featured on stream so much that you kind of think they've been around for a while. They're not even a year old. I think they're like, what, 6 months, 7 months old? And showing this degree of potential means that, you know, like squads like Equilibrium and a couple of others who've been in the scene for, like, some of the players have been here for like 7 years, which is a crazy long time. Comparatively speaking, and playing 5-man for like quite a long time, you can understand why they are as good as they are, but at the same time you can look at Immortal Order and say, oh look, there's some potential here.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. Indeed, but well, GG's, well done to both teams. Equilibrium just being stronger. I mean, that gold lead was just crazy, and well, the sets not being fully there, or the follow-up on the sets. I mean, Shroomsy was doing beautiful set plays there, but just unfortunately, you know, with that gold lead comes extra items, and it's an unfavorable team fight.
With extra items is extra damage, and we know that damage wins team fights.
So Equilibrium swapping out Juju with Unite. So Unite will be playing in the second match. Will Equilibrium take this in a clean sweep fashion, or will Immortal Order get a W onto EQ and take us into a sudden death round?
That is the question. As we're just making sure everybody is ready up, as we will head into the second game. It's a do or die right now for Immortal Order. They have qualified. They have qualified and moved out of the group stages. So this game wasn't like so much of pressure. Maybe it's a bit of a more fun kind of vibe, a bit more fun kind of feeling. I mean, nobody wants to lose a matchup, but there's a lot less pressure, and this is just to finish top of the group.
Yeah, who's going to take that number 1 and 2 spot?
Yeah, that's the big question. Who's gonna take the number 1 and 2 spot? But excuse me, we are gonna be heading very soon into the games to find out as to who's gonna actually be taking anything here, and that will conclude this particular round of the MSA. The group stages will be done after this. Scouts Gang, this has been a long haul, and so I would like to just give a shout out to the admin staff that's been working so tirelessly in the background. They don't get a lot of the recognition. It's us, the people on stream, who seem to get the recognition. And obviously the players, of course, right? Because we can't be doing anything without the players. But the admin staff, they do so much. I mean, to make sure that everybody's on time, everything is set, lobbies are created. As you see sometimes, or you won't even actually get to see because we don't show it on screen. Like, we've got Jin Mori Original as the ref for tonight, and I would say she's been doing an excellent job refereeing the game.
Even though Jin Mori Original is 3 different people.
Okay. Whoever's doing the Jin Mori Original now, but even in the previous games as well, you know, you've got the refereeing has been very, very much on point. Yes, there will be some mess ups and slip ups, right? We're only human after all. We'll try our best to not do that. And when we do make a mistake, like I would be first to put my hand up and say we do apologize for us. Though, again, once more, big shout out to the organizers, the admin staff, and everybody who's been working in the background. This is our moment of saying thank you for making life easy.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, we'll probably have the next schedule for phase 2 within this week. Once we have it, we would definitely do the marketing and do some rebranding and extra stuff for the posters, etc., and as well as I'll also release the logs as soon as we get it as well. But nonetheless, I'm super excited for this upcoming week. As we did mention, we've got the IESF streams on Tuesday and potentially on Wednesday night as well, and on Saturday. But tomorrow night we've got PUBG's the duo league for Soulless Bunnies, and Wednesday the squad league. So the 4-man teams into the maps and adventures of PUBG. But nonetheless, we are just waiting for the final member from EQ just to come back into the lobby, and then we're good to go and can start.
You know, just for those of you tuning in at home, Steam did have the sale, a very nice sale. So I bought, as Skopskekal, I'm sure you know, I bought Elden Ring, right? And I'm just listening to you list out the entire schedule for the week, and I'm like, when am I going to play this game? I love this game. I managed to, for anybody tuning in to watch, right, at home, and if you know or love anything about Elden Ring, managed to clear the first boss. Only 3 deaths. Only 3. Which in my mind was like, oh, it's just not so bad, because the build up to the first boss was maybe about 15 to 20 deaths, somewhere along the line. The famous expression in that game was "get good." Scarp was there when I was excited enough to beat my first boss in Elden Ring.
And then your second boss, you died 3 times? Tried to fight the boss?
No, that one I ran. That was one of the mini bosses in the open world. You don't have to. It's not like one of the compulsory one. John Ryo, I will stream Elden Ring if Skopskekal and Lotus and Shroomzy and Angelic and Mads and Gets Action and Junior as well actually managed to give me a break. Because, I mean, look at the schedule they just laid out here. They don't ask me anything. Like, I'm the old person here. I'm the one that has, like the feeble joints, arthritis, things like that. They're just like, yeah, we don't care. Okay, work, man, work. Can't even play Elden Ring in peace.
If you stay active, you'll age a lot slower and your brain will stay healthy. You should actually thank us.
I don't think so. John, what do you think about this? I don't like this. I just want to smash some Elden Ring in there. But anyway, we're heading into the drafting phase very, very soon. So we'll get to see how the drafts are going to be going very, very shortly. As the ref presses the button. And while the ref presses the button, don't forget to press your button, which is the like, share, and subscribe.
But if you press the like button, don't press it again, please.
No double tapping here. No double tapping. Our Lotus will come for you.
Be warned.
I'm a potato. Everybody was kung fu fighting. And they were fast as lightning. And everything was just a little exciting. As a Don Ryu says, shame on you all!
Well, are we starting?
Yeah, there we go.
Just as you say starting, the ref starts the match. Good timing.
Into the first ban we go. Angelic Fury has the first ban in the second match up against Equilibrium. We see those respect bans coming in.
I do believe so, but I'm actually expecting or hoping to see from Immortal Order a very sustained draft like we saw from Hexcore and G7 Esports. I mean, even if you don't necessarily win against Equilibrium, that sustained draft would definitely give them a run for their money.
Yeah, I would definitely like Shrimsy to pick up one of his signature heroes, like Tigreal or Atlas or Minotaur, you know. But Malice, with the first ban for the side of EQ, will they focus onto Angelic Fairy like they did in the previous match?
Don't be so stingy with the mages, Equilibrium. Don't be so stingy.
Always on the way.
Or Matilda being the first ban of the side of EQ?
Matilda is a ban we expect to see from them, but it's also always valid because we just all know how useful that hero actually is.
Well, we have spoken a lot about Matilda. I mean, just giving that extra mobility, you get that escape ability as well, and the jump onto the back line. But Jake's with a response from the side of IO.
But fully utilizing this 50-second ban,
Thorns remain.
bans once again the Lancelot. If I remember correctly, Malice plays a Lancelot quite maliciously.
Maliciously, you say?
Yes.
What is the definition of maliciously?
It is better to be feared than
Well-
loved, if you cannot both.
It's in the present continuous form of malice, so quite somewhat brutally evil. Eamon getting banned from the side of Equilibrium. I thought this was a Mobile Legends match, not a dictionary quiz.
Lotus, I need to test you, you know. I need to test you and see how sassy you are with your response. So, Don Ryo, do you agree with Lotus's response and what she said there? The love is in the air.
Own path.
Love is in the air. As Arlott gets banned out from the side of Immortal Order. EQ super light with the final ban in the phase 1 drafting phase. Google answer from Lotus. Yeah, Don Ryo, I agree with you there. That was pretty much a Google answer from Lotus, you know. Not really wanting and opting to answer the question and fully.
Wow. Super getting the next ban for the side of Equilibrium. By the way, Scott, you said something interesting earlier. Love is in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Have things been going well with you and Mads?
Yeah, it has. I mean, don't ask why a question because obviously he'll bring Mads into the equation here, as there was something shared earlier, but nonetheless, let's not talk about potatoes, you know, as Kalia gets banned out from the side of EQ. First pick for the side of Immortal Order. Will Angelic pick up the first pick though? And Ted, the first match results, it was in favor of EQ, taking the match 26-6. 26-6. Freaking fresh as Muffin picks up the YSS for Immortal Order.
We have seen Muffin on the Hisanshin in the recent matches, and he's been playing quite well, so I do believe that Immortal Order can benefit a lot from this pick, especially seeing that they also took it away from Equilibrium.
Well, I mean, Malice still has a big arsenal that he can bring into this matchup. Velocity or Velotizi. Malice showing us Suyu. My question is, will it be Suyu first pick?
Heads up.
No, Mala's going for the higher Hayabusa. Lotus is her favorite, jungler. And she wants Hayabusa to be her boyfriend. As Velo TZ picks up Gato Gacha. We know Velo plays a beautiful match with Gato.
I also wish that. But Velo TZ on the Gacha with that big AoE coming out from the Avatar of Guardian is one of my favorite ults.
Well, let's see how IO picks with their counter-engage and team setups. I would definitely go for a tankier lineup to sustain the team fights. Because, I mean, if you look at the previous match, right, as soon as the team fights came in, you know, it was literally seconds and the team fight would be over. So, sustain and tanky is currently this season's patch. Better as Osrubsi picks up Benator and Angelic Fury with the Savior. Don, you also play a beautiful Gato, right? So, out of everyone that plays Gato, right, and I'm going to say this, right, we play very good Gatos. Yes, we do. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can hear it in your voice. As Unite picks up Veil for the side of Equilibrium. Veil, with these knockups and his Veil can do a lot of damage. You know, throwing those tornadoes around like it is.
Them play the hero. I will be the truth.
Tornado season, as the new song is banned out from the side of EP.
This is a new term that I now heard. We should put it in the dictionary. Tornado season.
Well, I mean, it is quite windy up here. You know? Splish splash, I was taking a bath. All on a Saturday evening as Bedong is banned out from the side of Immortal Order.
Kizan also getting banned up from the side. Sorry?
My dog is trolling me as EQ bans out the blue. So that is the final ban for the side of on the side of the the final ban, potentially the final ban of the evening and final ban of the phase 1 in the MSA Cup.
Probably going to ban out either a Moskov, Harith, or Granger. Just targeting that super shady because there are some heroes that you can tolerate him playing, but I think those three are three heroes that you cannot tolerate the shady playing.
Yeah, no, true. I mean, okay, so Moskov, as mentioned, Moskov, you called it. Chat, ask Lotus for the lotto numbers. She's on a spree. Yeah.
I don't know anything about lotto, so. People are going through his list of XP laners right now. I mean, Teresa is pretty sustainable, but I'm surprised that they didn't go for those XP lane monsters. Yes, the Arlet and the Yuzong is taken out, but what about Lapu Lapu, Ruby, Phobius?
Oh, Super Light picking up Fredrin. When last have you seen a Fredrin in the XP lane? I mean, this is look, I played Fredrin in the XP lane for my first part of the Mlbb career, because I mean, when I joined Mlbb, Fredrin literally just got released. So that should give you an idea of how long I've been playing Mlbb. But nonetheless, Fredrin in the XP lane, it's a good hero, very strong hero.
I would agree with you there. When I also started playing ML, but I only started playing last year really. He was one of my mains after Hanabi, and he is the amount of damage that you can get from him, despite him also being so tanky, is actually diabolical.
Oh, Shakes does pick up the X-Borg and postpone. Malone picks up Carry. Carry definitely a good pick, especially if you're going to be facing off in a team fight against the Fredrin and a Gatagacha. So that tank killer, the Carry, is into the mix. Shady with a final pick in the second match. Ooh, Shady is showing us Maya. Will it be Maya though?
I am the moon.
Yes, it is. Shady picks up Maya with the Inspire. So, ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the second match's draft. Which side are you favoring? Which draft are you favoring? I'm seeing that the polls is, well, slightly in favor of Equilibrium. Equilibrium, the favorites here by 59%. Immortal Order definitely receiving a lot of love. Well, this is a matchup against Equilibrium. So, GG's, well played. Thank you, viewers, for all the love that you are giving to all the teams. So hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and let's jump into the second match as Way and Lotus will take you through the blow-by-blow action. And, yeah, see you all after the match.
So into the game we go. This is the second game in a best of 3. So, it's all or nothing right now for the side of Immortal Order. They need to get a point on the board to take this into a third game. There's some beautiful skins on display. I'm liking the Tesla Maniac Xbox double 11 skin.
I mean, that is a good skin, but I'm also loving the skin from the Carry because it just looks so
Pink.
Let me keep the words PG. No, I want to say kick butt.
It's just so pink.
But the pink is a big factor.
Yeah, the pink is a big factor. Well, when it comes down to it, women and colors, they're just so good at it. There's actually a biological reason for that I'll get into a little bit later, as Afrikanak is saying that IO's draft is better, but it's about execution of play. Agreed. As Gato is getting poked down, trying to use the arrow to escape, is going to heal back up a little bit, but oh, look at this rotation here from Jix. Can he get the overheat off onto the Gato? Start dishing out the true damage. The stuns come in. Fredrin has to flicker away, so lots of skills are being used up here by the side of Equilibrium. Oh, but Carry taking the damage from the Mia with the flicker, not the Inspire. Oh, look at that proposal below. He waited out Malice. I know he's gonna actually recall. He's probably gonna recall. Oh, he's waiting. No,
but I have boost on it.
yeah, he's just decided to go back in here. YSS will scout out the Hayabusa. He's going in for the Mia. Lands a mountain shocker. Can he fall off the damage? It's fast blood going away. However, it's going to be a return kill. And Shroopsy trying to sustain through this. He's going to get knocked out by the Veil. And it's going to be 2-1 kills going the way of EQ.
Postpone Malone really should have retreated, but that was a good kill coming out from the side of Muffin as he took down the Mia.
Yeah, Muffin doing quite an excellent job going in here for this, just to clear up the litho. Wants to reduce the amount of vision that his team will be pressure for, as there's an engagement onto Jakes on that XP lane. He's forced to use the flicker. Needs to build up his Frogger armor to start frontlining for the team. He's going to help out with the jungle creep here just to build up that Frogger armor, as the YSS is starting the red buff at this moment in time. So once Xbox has that Frogger armor, it could prove to be a little bit problematic, though this turtle has been started and pulled by Super Light. There's the Frog armor coming in here. YSS wants to land the Mountain Shocker, but he's going to get CC'd up, trying to get it onto the Veil. The Windstorm comes through. Beautifully done there by Unite as he manages to set up the kill. And it's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange, but that's going to be a jungle for Rome, as the Hayabusa is coming in just to pull this and potentially start it up. Angelic Fury gets that skill off. Dawning Light makes everybody low, forces them to retreat. But they didn't really have that follow-up damage. Xbox not having the Frogger armor could have worked so perfectly if he had that last Insanity available.
That is true, but right now Mortal Order is still playing quite well, making sure that the goal gap still stays at 1000, and there's only 1 kill difference between the two teams.
So there was a mini battle going on with regards to this gold crab, as the recall spams are coming out from Super Shady for the carry. But a bit of a jungle invade happening here as there's a rotation. There's the last insanity here onto the Frederick. Xbox pops that. He's going to try to stay alive, but he's going to get CC'd up. It's going to be the windstorm. So they trade the XP laner here for a bit of a jungle invade. Will we see the pressure being placed onto the gold lane in response? There is the Mountain Shocker is available. It does land onto the Mia. She does have that hidden escape of hers. Oh, but YSS is going. It takes down the Mia. As we're waiting for Unite, he tries to get the stun up, but it's a turret being taken down. So Immortal Order, the trade overall, very much going in their favor. The buff steal is happening as Shakes will try to deal with this Hayabusa. He's going to try to get the overheat onto him, but Hayabusa has the mobility to escape. Continuation of the fight. Minnow just zoning everybody away. Super Light tries to control the Minnow up, but Angelic Fury comes in with the Xavier, with the stun. Goes out for the Dawning Light, doesn't manage to land properly. Carry taking a bit of damage. Carry just needs that space, because once she comes online, it's going to be game-changing. Oh, there's the Avatar of Guardian, but Minnow is into the mix. YSS, he's getting CC'd up. He didn't have the option to heal. As we see the Dawning Light once more onto the Veil there, but he's got the ability to escape. A bit of a lane swap happening here from the side of from the red team, as Mia has made the rotation across. Needs that little bit of safety, because without the turret, it's very going to be difficult for the Mia to farm.
That is true. That is the one disadvantage that Equilibrium had with picking such a late game marksman.
Yeah. So, Immortal Order, however, the longer this game goes on, they're going to be in very, very good advantages. A concealed play coming out here. Minnow wants to land that. Minnow and Fury does manage to land, knocks up onto 2. There's the last insanity coming out. Jakes gets the kill, but it's a return kill onto Muffin as the flicker is committed by Jakes as he disengages. Meanwhile, Carry seizing the opportunity to take down a tier 2 turret. As Malice wants to chase him, but with the postpone Malone on the Carry, just forcing everybody away. Vale throws out a bit of skills. It just wants to cause a bit of poke damage. Shroomsy, he's going to be rushing that Flask of Oasis, as we will see here. He's no, he's actually going for the defensive items. Once he builds that Flask of Oasis, it's going to be game-changing. There's the engagement onto Shroomsy. He's quite low. He manages to escape the Avatar of Guardian, but he's going to get controlled up. The Shadow Kill comes out. Carry trying to escape this, but there's so much damage being dished in. The Dawning Light as well. They needed a bit more patience. Muffin goes in with the Mountain Shocker, but the Windstorm returns. Sets up a double kill for Frederick. As the Xavier will try to protect this mid lane turret, but dangerous to do so. So might have to trade it. There's the engagement onto Angelic. She uses the flicker away, baiting out that Shadow Kill from the Hayabusa. Immortal Order have that late, they have that late game kind of style to them. So they have to show a bit of patience, wait for the items to come online, and then it can result in a game changer of a moment.
I do agree with you there, but also they do have that slight map control, as they did take down 3 of Equilibrium's towers, while Equilibrium only took down 2 of theirs. So that gives them a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, the map, the mid lane turret is the big one. Oh, there's the engagement here onto the Fred, and Minnow and Fury knocks up 2. Appraisal's Rot not on point here as the last insanity beautifully timed from Jakes as they take down 2 Immortal Order. They are going to go for a small contest on this little. There's a Shadow Kill coming up, but the heals will be in there from the Minotaur as they continue to engage onto Valis. He's going to try to escape, but he doesn't have that skill, so he's taken down. And so the kill count is slowly ticking back towards the side of Immortal Order as the Iron Side has turned to the Raw. There's Mia going in, but has to use the Hidden Moonlight as Carry Light Wheels are plenty, takes down Super Shady. A bit of overextension there. The Raw being melted away as Minotaur wants to try to zone everybody away. They're creating the angles here. YSS does have that retribution. He secures the objective avatar of Guardian, not on point. The last insanity comes out from the Xbox, but he's going to get taunted up here. They're going to try to control. The flicker is in there. Mountain Shocker into the backline. YSS trying to take down the Veil, but I mean, Veil is kind of difficult to take down with the amount of control he has. So it's a 1-for-nothing exchange, but with the Roar, Immortal Order would feel they got the better of that trade.
I do agree with you there. They managed to shorten the gold gap and get somewhat of them trying to push the lanes. They can definitely get a lane or two with this Lord.
The Windstorm comes in, the Minoan Fury as well. Angelic hits that. Oh, beautifully done. She sets up. It's Carrie. She's got the light wheels. Everybody has to run. Postpone Malone on the triple. Mid lane being pushed out.
Beautiful plays coming out from the side of Immortal Order, managing to win the team fight. Gonna get some extra map control here. Only Mia and Vel left to defend.
Yeah. So the Roar pushing up on the top lane. They should be able to secure another tier 2 turret. Pressure is on here. Veil gets a bit of damage onto the Minnow. Throws out that the Mountain Shocker. As Mia is trying to milk this Roar. Oh, there's the engagement onto the Minnow. The Shadow comes out. Kill comes out. But look at the carry. She's like unstoppable now. She's monster kill though. That carry into the drop was beautiful. But the Windstorm, nicely timed. However, the heals from Shroomsy keeping the team alive as it's a 1-for-nothing trade. He's got that Flask of Oasis. He's got the Power Spike. Once the Oracle is in position, just like we were talking about Lotus, it's a game-changing moment.
This match is gonna be crazy. The back and forth between these two teams, and Carrie already managing to finish the entire Trinity. Now just need the extra items that she's gonna build, but she's now able to take down these sustainable tanky boys.
Yeah, she will definitely. The Vengeance as well is a nice skill to have into that Windstorm from the Veil. That's one of the real problems for the carry, as well as the Shadow Kill. You'll give her that extra bit of sustainability so Shroomsy can get the set. Oh, there's the engagement. Windstorm comes out. Shroomsy trying to heal through this. Pops at Minoan Fury and he heals back up. There's the counter engage. Mountain Shocker. This is the thing. I've been saying this for so long. When you get you don't rush it. You don't rush the Flask on a Minnow. When you get Flask on a Minnow, it is absolutely broken. And when you pair that with the Oracle, you're going to see something change dramatically. It's like team fights now are going to be very difficult for the side of Equilibrium.
I agree with you there, and right now Immortal Order is making sure to use the items to their advantage in this Minotaur building, like you said, and it's just changing the game.
Yeah. Minotaur getting CC'd up. Jake's frontlining for the team. There's a large amount of true damage that can be dealt out here from the side of Immortal Order. They're trying to get the set. Mia is going to go for the split push, but there's still the wave. Oh, Roger, Fred taking a lot of damage in there. The zoning is being done. Angelic goes back there. That's the right hero to send. Does have the Dawning Light, throws it up. There's going to be objective achieved. Conceal play comes in. Xbox once more frontlining. Gato tries to go in. Hayabusa as well, but you got to be careful. You got to watch out for that last Insanity Minoan Fury combo. Oh, but Jake's put up overextension there. He gets taken down as Aurora is up. Could this play a part with what the objectives that Immortal Order were trying to achieve? They managed to get the turrets down. Will they walk in with the Lord? Equilibrium don't want to let this Lord get all the way towards the base, but the side of Immortal Order are walking along with the Shroomsy frontlining. It's the Minoan Fury. Come on, everybody. It's Carrie. She's trying to dish out the damage. It's YSS jumping in there. He gets the kill. Shadow Kill comes out, but it's being shared with the wind. Oh, it's going to be the continuation as Veil. He's trying to disengage here. Carrie, he's taken down by Ramia. Xavier, he wants to go in there just to protect the turret. Jakes has to recall. He hits the last Insanity onto the Mia. Mia gets the pop off. Is she gonna take everybody down? Mia dishing out the damage. That's a double kill in the solo situation. This should be a tier 3 turret. Oh no, recalls. Wasn't sure where the YSS and the Minotaur was.
can't be too safe, but right now we're just past 13 minutes into the game, 16-5 in the favor of Immortal Order, and Immortal Order does have that 1,000 gold lead in their favor.
Yeah. So Shady with a beautiful play, keeping his team in the fight. If it wasn't for that particular play there, it was going to be problematic. There's going to be the Mountain Shocker onto the Gatto as Fred comes to join into the mix. They want to put a bit of pressure here into the jungle. So no tier 3 turrets have been taken down. The mid lane was quite low. I personally, I would have went for a bit of a trade, just cleared wave and then took the mid lane tier 3 turret. But the Immortal Order thought they could lock onto the Mia. Mia's damage output is just nuts.
I do agree with you there. And Mia just doing always what a Mia is the best at doing, and that is a split push, because her ability to escape, that attack speed coming out from her, especially once she gets her stacks. So you have to keep now an eye out on your side lanes and even the mid lane for when the Mia is out of sight.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get your anti-heals up and running when you're gonna be dealing with the Mia. The Wind of Nature is picked up by Carrie right now. There's the engagement onto Mia. She's gonna try to deal this, but there's just gonna be too much of CC for us. Not even a Mia's gonna be able to sustain all of that. The Muffin pushing aggressively here. Could he get caught out? They're gonna try to chase him down. There's the Avatar of Guardian. Nice dash away. We should see the shadow kill. Just that overextension there from Muffin. That's not a good thing for the side of Immortal Order with the draw being up. And they did take down the Mia, so it gives them a bit of space to try to deal with this. But you gotta know, once you get a pickup kill, you can't just continue pushing. You need the vision and the space to do so. You can get hunted down, as we saw Muffin get hunted down there.
Yes, so right now he just has to play a bit more safely, maybe stay even with the Minotaur or X-Work, just for someone to tank the damage. But we do see Superlight already on this Lord. Malice will be trying to help, and Carrie pushing the top lane.
Yeah, it's a 3v5 situation as things go. Engagement onto the Minnow. He's gonna get stunned up, but there's the last Insanity. They do secure the Raw. Avatar of Guardian, counter response. There's the Minoan Fury, but the Windstorm perfectly timed. The knock up, the counter engage. Meanwhile, Carrie, she takes the tier 3 turret. She does prevent the almost managed to get the backdraw going for herself, as she will have to retreat to mount the defense just to create that 30-second space that they require to defend Angelic.
That would have been the perfect backdoor.
Yeah,
that would have been the perfect backdoor, but the Lord then just appeared.
Yeah. It would have been. It's a very good attempt. It's a very good attempt. Very good attempt. So the Raw will charge up and equalize the tier 3 turrets. Carrie just hitting that ultimate. There's the Windstorm onto Angelic. But Carrie with the vengeance takes down the Mia. The Raw is into the base. ISS trying to deal with it. Bueno wants to go in as well. There's another tier 3 turret being pressured in the middle and the bot lane. We should see another one falling. But in this team fight, it's going to prove to be vital. Hayabusa goes in onto the YSS, but the heals from Shroomsy keeping his teammate alive. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange, as the map pressure has now swung in the favor of EQ.
But still, now is the time where I think gold doesn't matter right now, because everyone is almost full build. And the game and the team fights are just going back and forth, just focusing on the timing, execution, and positioning.
Agreed. It's all about that. Now, it's just a little bit of discipline that needs to be shown. Carry is your main source of damage. Just, you gotta keep her safe, you gotta keep her alive, and then allow a YSS to dive into the backline. And your real danger right now is just the Mia. I mean, Veil obviously with the countered engage plays can dish out a lot of damage, but if you use your X-Borg to bait out that Windstorm, especially since he's got the immortality, can make a bit of difference. So it's 45 seconds going through, as there's a bit of pressure being placed here. Veil trying to find the angle to get around, wants to go in onto Angelic. There's the flicker. Carrie takes a little bit of damage, but manages to be safe for the most part. Shroomsy trying to get back There's a full 5-man around him. He just jumps in, waits out the concealed play as well. Hayabusa trying to get into the backline, gets the shadow kill off. Fred with the taunts. There's Mino. He's healing everybody up. Hits the Minoan Fury. Lands onto 2. Vale wants to come in there. Mia popping out the damage. But look at the heal from that Mino. Just 1 second skill. Keeping the team alive. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. But this would be control in the side. Oh, make that 1-for-2. Beautifully timed. It's going to be the Mia in the mix. She can't dish out the damage. The wave is in there. Last insanity from the Xbox as a last resort. It's a 4-for-1 exchange. Mia locking onto the base. The turnaround is there. And EQ take the match. Game, set, match. 2-0.
What a fight that Immortal Order that put up against EQ. But EQ, well, just coming in at the end and clutching it. MVP going to unite with the Veil, and MVP going to Shroomsy with that Minnow. Oh boy, what a final match of the evening this was. What a way to send us off, and what a way to end phase 1 of the MSA Cup. Group stages has been completed. We're going to go into the knockout stages.
Yeah, it's been a very, very there's quite a long stream overall. Not particularly today. Today we're done just around but before 11. But overall, like it's been a lot of hard work being done by everybody. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Lotus and Skarpskenko who are with me this evening. They have put in a ton of effort, and I will say this from a personal capacity. I do appreciate all the work you guys do for the channel and for the community as a whole, and the attitude in which you guys work. So I'm just very, very pleased to be working with all of you. Even though you make me stream when I want to play Elden Ring. Even though. After
he gave that entire amazing, nice gratitude sending our way, and then you threw straight. Wow.
But you guys know me, right? You've been talking to me and both on stream and on a daily basis. So I think you kind of know what to expect a little bit as to how I like to mix it up. Gotta roll with the punches here. Gotta roll with the punches. But for the viewers at home who tuned in to watch and stuck with us through the duration of the stream, I will say it's been a pleasure as always to have you guys with us. You give us, when you throw out those comments in there and the emotes and everything like that, it just gives us a little bit of a motivation to be as excited as we are on stream. I'm sure you notice the differences when we're all casting. Like it's each of us have our own personality style, from Lotus to Skarpskenko to Shroomsy to Seppi to myself, right? But I can say collectively as a group, we're an excitable bunch. So when you're tuning in to watch us, you get the excitement that comes with it. Because when we see all these things, if you could actually see our facial expressions while we're doing the casting, you can guarantee that our faces are lit up or frowning, and it's a... I think I need to just start recording this quietly and just maybe make little snippets and embarrass everybody on the casting team.
Please no.
Lotus. Yeah, you can't say no to that. You honestly can't say no to that. But in any case, well, what a stream, what an evening, what a way to end this off. We've got another busy week ahead of us. So PUBG tomorrow night, IESF streams for Tuesday, potentially Wednesday and Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we are the official streamers for IESF, well, South Africa. Well, thank you and compliments to MSSA. And well, thank you, Wei, for saying all those kind words, that makes the long hours and constant grind a little bit more worth it. It's lovely to feel appreciated. But Angelic Ferry, 100% you guys did put up a beautiful match 2 against Equilibrium. I mean, that I was like literally on the edge of my seat here for a moment. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to conclude the stream. And me, the sheep with a no bleep, is going to say thank you to all of you for supporting us and sticking here with us till the late night shows. And well, peace out. Thank you all for joining us.
Well, to be honest, you were only sitting on the edge of your seat for a moment. I was sitting on the edge of my seat the entire match.
If you wanted to know, Lotus did have a small slip off the edge of that seat. That has been recorded. It will be up and ready for everybody. No, I tease.
Oh, the tails. The tails.
I'm a good storyteller. One day I will, because all of you are like little kids to me, right? So one day I will say like a once upon a time for all of you. Once upon a time. I'll do it in that voice, you know, where it makes everybody feel like a little bit of a lullaby, kind of a calming tone. But we'll see how it goes. But thank you everybody for tuning in to watch. Once again, it's a pleasure to do this for all of you. We will catch you on the next streams coming up during the course of the week, as Skenkel has mentioned. But enjoy the remainder of the Sunday evening. We will see you next time.